Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of Chat and That podcast. We've got a double trouble feature for you today.
Hell yeah,
we
baby.
have Cammy and Rob.
Hi. Wait, should we look
Hi.
at that camera?
Hi, that camera. Yeah, that camera.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Blow a kiss.
Yes, moi. Hello.
Hi, Matt.
This
Hi,
was a
Matt.
mistake.
Hello, Matt.
Matt. How do you do?
Hi, Matt.
How you doing, Matt? Thanks for
Hi.
coming, actually.
Thank
How
you
you
very
doing,
Yeah, no,
Matt?
love
Yes,
it.
no,
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 seriously,
oh,
thank
God,
you
just
very
hit the
much.
mic.
I'm going to move my mic again. I don't mean to, of course, sound
What?
sorry for the editing bit.
I don't want to hit.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like I've got my kids on.
Put
the
some
sofa.
fucking Angus on it.
I don't know what you're on
I
about.
don't know what you're on about.
Well,
Right.
anyway, well, thank you very much for coming. I
No,
really
no,
appreciate
no, I
that.
really appreciate it. Thanks, mate.
Oh, it's so nice to see you.
Very
Very
excited.
lovely.
Oh, Matt, stop it. Thank you for having us.
No, really
Why are
appreciate
you?
it.
Why are you here? Why are you here?
Because you forced us to come.
Oh, right, yeah.
Really,
Yeah,
you,
gunpoint.
you blackmailed us.
Yeah,
Matt.
you were like,
Did
I want to see my parents. So.
Matt, I want to go home.
Yeah.
I want to go home, Matt.
No,
Yeah,
okay,
still-
we're here because I liked stuff like this. I mean, maybe it's a bit my narcissism coming out, but I like to like be filmed. Fuck, I be
What?
filmed. But like I like this type of stuff, and I want to help you out because you're my mate.
Oh, thanks.
Any-
Thank you
any-
for coming. Thank
And any
you for
more
coming.
of these?
Yeah,
I'd
that's
love to be
alright.
more of these. You
I
let
would
me.
love to help
Hopefully
you
this
out,
goes
Matt.
well.
I'd
Fingers
love to
crossed,
help
boys.
you out.
Yes, is it recording?
Yeah,
This is the thing. We
it
got,
says rec,
shout out
it
to
says rec.
Caleb. He helped us set up and
Yeah.
stuff.
Thank you, Caleb.
I'm
Caleb,
really
you
thank you,
magnificent beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, behave yourself. Behave
We are
yourself.
behaving. Thanks, Caleb.
Thanks, Caleb. Okay, we'll be good.
What
We'll
have
be
I
good.
done? Anyway,
we'll
no,
be
thanks, but thank you for coming.
No,
Really
it's cool,
appreciate
it's
that.
cool.
Where did we meet?
Like me?
Yeah, how did we meet? And how did you two
I have
meet?
two potential ideas because
I'm very obsessed. I'm a bit OCD. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with where, how, when, why, the exact location where we met. I'm a bit OCD.
I have three scenarios, okay, and I want to know your opinion as well. Because like my scenario one was I met you we were doing Paw. We were at a circle. Paw, by the way, is like a act society, like a drum society. I'm in it. Woo! Join it next year. We need more people in the production side, so rep it up. But anyway, I was like, we were in the acting circle. We have to walk in and stuff, and you were next to me. And
Acting
after
circle.
like the circle, you come and you like act out something. Oh, I'm a baker, da da da, type thing.
Right.
And then after I said hello to you, that's the first one, but I don't think it's true. Second one, I think it's more real. At Bop, at the Paw thing.
Poor Awards.
Not the Paw Awards.
The Christmas one.
At a Bop thing. We were like, woo! And I was like, woo! And I was like, hello. And then other option is, which kind of links into it, we were at like after the Paw Christmas showcase, went to Wagamama's. That's when I probably started talking to you.
Hmm.
And then immediately after, we had the Flat 46, and you were an extra. That's how I probably got to know you a bit better. But if you know what's weird, it feels like I've known you for
You
like
didn't
a while.
star in the Christmas showcase, did you?
I did the lighting and stuff for it.
Well,
Too
just
ugly for
the
stage.
people at home, Rob did. We know each other, don't we? We go way back.
I hope, yeah.
We
back
did-
in the day.
We did. You did foundation. I did first year.
I did, yeah.
And you're a first year now.
Yeah.
And I'm a second year.
Yep. Get less.
But then we got to meet Cammy. How did we
Yeah.
meet?
How did
Fucking
we
love
meet, Matt?
Cameron.
I think, as far as I can remember, I think it was the first pub social of the year.
Through me.
And I think it might have been
Yeah,
through you.
yeah.
And I was sat on a bunch.
Yeah.
I was sat on
Yes.
your table with Rob and everyone.
Yes, that was
And
it.
then I think you
You
took
sat next to
you
me.
took my B-reel.
You sat next
Yeah,
to
that
me.
was
No,
probably
you took
it.
my B-reel.
That
You
was
That's
sat
probably it,
next
yeah.
to me, and Cam was next because we were talking.
Yeah.
And that's how we probably met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. So most important question: how did you two meet?
Do you want to start and I'll get my opinion of how we met? You go first.
I
feel like
think-
talked a lot.
I think we met the first lesson that we got put into a group together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
is
how-
that right?
That makes sense to me. I feel like that's how I think that's how we met like physically, but like the first day I would say probably got to know meet you and know
Right.
you was okay. I would say encounters. 'cause I
Yes,
got to
encounters was
you
great.
sat next to me
Yes,
and we had that lovely talk and I got to know you better.
we were on the bus
We were on
together.
the bus together.
sat next to
It's
each other
like a
on the
love.
bus.
It's a love story, baby.
Yeah.
Is that
say
the Bristol
yes.
Film Festival?
Yeah,
Bristol Film
Bristol
Festival.
Encounters.
We sat
yeah.
together and like we were kind of like talking here in like space, like we do nothing like messages like here and there, but like nothing major. And then like on the like bus, we actually talked. We got to know each other like film wise, and like I was like, I genuinely, even from that, like I love and respect this person. Like genuinely, I really do.
Oh yeah. So we love Cammy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, it sounds a
Too
bit
early
weird.
for
Like
this.
I remember like one of the first like weeks there, I was like watching. Like we went to Shortcuts. I was watching him like watch films. I thought like he is such a dark.
Shortcuts.
like-
You bought Shortcuts.
I went
Yeah.
to show. Oh,
I-
yeah, I was.
yeah.
a
Wait,
big-
what films have you made on Shortcuts?
Not films. He's watching them.
I watched them.
Oh, I
alright.
went- no, I
the
didn't
way
do any
he
90-second
wa-
videos, yeah.
he watched it. Like the way he gets involved and stuff. I'm like, he's such a dark horse and he's so talented.
Oh,
And like, I really
yeah.
think very highly of you, Cam. I really do.
Oh.
Well, no, it was exactly the same. I met you, and then I started talking to you on the bus, really, and I started admiring just your entire kind of being.
5.
Yeah, it was
It's a bit
just
weird,
it
isn't
was
it?
just it was just brilliant to
Oh.
to see the person that you are. You're just a great influence on me.
Oh.
I think.
Cheers.
I think you
So
are.
sorry, Rob. He's
Yeah. I know.
sorry, Rob. He's taken.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's the other question. How did you meet Isla then?
How did I meet her? It was the same night that I met you, Matt Kirby.
Oh, the pub.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really? Was she
social.
there?
Yeah.
It was a pub social.
I thought it was just first.
I
years
Well,
was
no,
at
at
it,
second
second
it
year.
was really weird because we actually went to preschool together
What did you?
before. Yeah.
Fuck off, you did.
Yeah, we
What?
actually did. And then she'll tell you this. She'll tell you we went to preschool together, and then she had to move away, and she moved to Winchester.
What?
And then we kept in contact, and then
Wait, so you did know each other before?
yeah, and then we kept in contact, and
That-
then
that's
I
a-
realized
that's a
I
film.
realized that she went to Winchester,
What the fuck, bruv?
and so I put my name down for Winchester because I like the look of it, and then
Did you keep in contact before you came to Winchester? Before she?
yeah,
came to
on and off
Winchester?
really, kind of like just
What? You
just
didn't tell me this.
odd. I know. Well, yeah.
What the fuck?
Did you know? Did you remember being at the primary school with her? Do you remember it, or did you
it
just?
was like
Oh, you must have done because you kept in contact. Didn't you?
yeah, it was like kind of yeah, it was.
That's. I didn't know that.
That's
That's
mad.
weird, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
My
really
just
weird.
my just like bumped into it. I was in the MMC doing some work, like kind of like thing. She came in. We talked about Crazy Frog, and then the day after we
What frog?
Crazy Frog.
Crazy frog.
Da.
You know
Oh,
Crazy
God.
Frog.
Google it, mate.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
after the pub we talked. That's how. And then after that, I've been tormented, harassed, petrified, and terrified of Ida's presence ever since.
And that's why we love her.
And that's why we love her. Why she sends me photos of you all the time.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Three's a crowd, Rob.
3 is a
I
crowd.
mean, my
Yeah.
best friend's in a relationship, and you know,
Oh.
you can't. The bromance is
triangle.
bromance is
Matt,
always
it's
second.
okay.
The
It's alright,
bromance is
mate.
always second. So I
Yeah.
understand what you're going
Yeah,
through.
it's the pain.
Oh,
the
Matt,
pain is so
You're
Matt.
best friends with another
It's
person.
okay,
and-
Matt.
Yeah.
Just third wheel. Just
It's
third
like,
wheel
do you know what
constantly.
Liv said
Huh?
Constantly
to me
third
about-
wheel.
Liv said to me.
Third wheel,
about-
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what Liv said to me about you? You were like kind of highlight.
What? Who?
I'm in a relationship with you. I's in a
Yeah.
relationship with you.
Yeah.
Me and Ira are not. We're just mutually just at heads with each
You're mutually using me. Yeah.
What are you on about?
Oh, it's just a weird
We've got a bit of a love triangle.
triangle,
here
yeah.
with-
Well, it's more of a love spike to Cam.
Friendship, love
Cam's
triangle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love them both.
Anyway, let's move it on.
Yes. Yeah. Censored.
Why? Right. Why Winchester and why film production? Why?
For
Let's take it to. So Rob, you can go first.
For me, it was a litany of ideas. First one was I only have the education has been not the cruelest, has been not the kindest to me. So like I only have one A level because I kind of in COVID I kind of got part of my French fucked over quite badly by I was in a course. I'm not very good at maths, but there could be in a business course. I was with a teacher who I did law as an A level.
You did law as an A level.
I did law as an A level, but my teacher, I'm not naming names, so I can't. But like, they weren't very nice to me, and I am disabled, and they weren't accommodating to that. So it made me very long story. It made me very sad. I had to drop 2 A levels, and I thought, fuck, I've only got 1 A level. I'm kind of screwed. So I was like looking around, figuring out like place for foundations. It was this Aberystwyth, Liverpool. Aberystwyth's too far away. Throw that away.
Yeah.
Liverpool wanted to go to, but they never got back to me. Winchester got back to me in the weirdest way, though. I don't mean to go on a tangent, but I emailed Rob Ferren, film guy,
Yeah,
lovely
great.
guy,
Love
lovely
Rob.
Rob.
Shout out to Rob Ferren.
Yeah, shout out to
please.
Rob Ferren. And I was like, I'm in foundation. I don't know what to. I'm not in foundation. I haven't got any I've only got 1 A level. I want to go to uni. Foundation. What can I do? He messaged me like an hour, like 2.5 hours later. I was like, I know this is weird. I'm not applying anything yet. Can I have help? I think I was supposed to like, can I have an exam paper? He sent me it I sent him like messages every week after, and he sent me it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply to here then. Also as well, so I think my parents met here as well. Just like my mum and dad were kind of like, you should go here.
Where'd you live again?
I live in Bewdley,
Hughley.
But
How far is that away from?
3.5 hours.
Ouch.
So it's like it's fine. But like no, it's mainly long story short, shit time A level, so foundation. I had to kind
Yeah.
of like work around it. My parents met here, so that's like a nice caveat to it.
Ah.
And bluntly, I will preach this to the dad. Like Rob Ferrin, absolute savior.
Mm,
I love that man to death, and I do credit him a lot for bringing me here and getting me here. So I didn't feel confident to actually attend here, and even though I didn't meet him until like this year, the amount of contact how he made me feel like seen, and I had a shot, and that's why I went here. I was like, and I feel safe here, and I really like it here.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here.
All right.
What about you, Cammy?
Me.
Why film? Why Winchester?
Why film? Why Winchester? Well, I was kind of looking around. I started quite late looking into unis. The rest of my friends kind of went
When did you
went
start
around.
looking?
Late.
Late.
Late. I don't know, but I couldn't decide on what I wanted. I was like, do I want to go far away or do I want to stay close? I realized I did not want to stay close, but I didn't want to go too far away either.
That's the
Yeah.
hardest thing.
Yeah,
That is the hardest
I know,
thing.
because I applied for Edinburgh. Actually.
Really?
I did. I applied for Edinburgh.
You could have
They-
filmed the accent on.
That's the thing. I go, yeah, could have done the accent, but I could have. I could have gone to Edinburgh because they made me make a short film for the portfolio that I had to submit.
Oh, what, for Edinburgh?
Yeah, and only then could I get an interview with Edinburgh. So I had to make a short film. I made it with my friend who.
Was it the cowboy one?
No, it wasn't the cowboy one. It wasn't the cowboy one. It was my friend Holly.
Okay.
Shout out to Hoz. She was it was the middle of exam season, and
Yeah.
I needed to make this film.
Yeah.
So I thought, why didn't I make a little short film about revision? I made a horror film about revision.
That is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Can you send me this?
I will send
What's
you
it called?
It was the only prompt that I got from Edinburgh Uni was you have to make a short film based on surprise.
That's weird. So you can't
That's
upload
nuts.
one that you've had before.
No, you had to make one based on a one-word
Right.
prompt,
I
and
can
that word
understand
was
that in a sense.
surprise.
So you made it.
I
with
made
Holly.
it. I made it with Holly. I literally came into a room and I was like, right, this is perfect. You've been revising anyway. There was a bunch of post-it notes on a desk and stuff, and I was like, oh, we can just use that. And basically,
impressive.
it's like a really, really short film where Hoz is trying to revise. She drops a pen, and like when you drop a pen, it rolls into another shadow realm, and you never know where it goes. So I
Ooh.
took that. She drops the pen. She tries to look for it. She gets taken to this other strange pen dimension where the pen starts talking to her, like this symbol of horrific revision stress. And then, yeah, it's quite demonic. And
So
then she
you
wakes up.
made
Such a
it.
creative
I
little
made it.
bastard, Cam. That sounds good. I need to see this. You gotta send me this.
So
I
you
will.
made it,
I made it. Yeah.
and then you handed it into Edinburgh.
Yep. They got back to me. They said, "Can we have an interview with you?" I said, "No, because I need to apply for my housing for Winchester, so I didn't go on the interview anyway."
Oh, so you were gonna? Interesting.
I wanted to.
Well, they got you an interview. That's
Hang
pretty
on.
I
cool.
got
My
me an
question- My
interview.
question is, what was the deciding factor for Winchester?
Deciding factor for Winchester,
Did you have a
it
dream
was
of
the
being-
open days.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
open days
yeah.
were brilliant. They were all hands on and stuff.
Did you meet Robin open day?
I think I met Rob. Yeah, I met Rob and I met Julio.
Hey, Julio.
Hey, Julio,
Jay.
shout out to Julio.
Shout out to Julio, shout out to Jay.
Yeah, and the open days were really convincing. They were really good. And then I thought, and UCAS, bloody UCAS, wanted me to
UCAS.
like.
Fuck you, Cass.
UCAS wanted me to reply to every uni before I could like.
Yeah. 5
ma-
choices.
Yeah, 5 choices before I could apply for housing.
Yeah.
So I had to decline the interview so that I could do my
Housing.
Winchester housing and get in early. So I
I
could
see.
get.
I looked out. I only had 3 options. Yours was just rejected
my
me.
God.
Did you both have Unifrog? Did you ever think?
I
of
never
Unifrog?
did.
No, we just
I,
had
I
UCAS.
was gonna do. No. Did you apply for Bournemouth apparently as well?
I didn't apply for Bournemouth. I
applied
applied
for
for.
Bournemouth.
Did you?
I did apply for Bournemouth. Well, I've got
I
my
think I
portfolio
applied
still. I might
for
go after uni.
Portsmouth and something else.
I did
no,
Portsmouth.
Oh god,
Yeah.
UCAS was
Oh,
just
he's
such
gonna
a
do-
nightmare.
Yeah, because I was gonna do Bournemouth Film School. It would have been I'm glad I didn't do it now. I might do it after uni, but like, would have been such a big mistake.
But why, going into your background, why film? Why not? Why not maths? Why not law?
Because
Why?
I'm shit at
yeah.
maths and I'm
No, no,
shit
no,
at
no, no.
law.
But why film? Why film? What triggered your film bug?
The 2 things is first, okay, 3 factors. It's fun. Every day's interesting. Every day's creative.
Yep.
Not many jobs are like you just desk jobs and are like you just sit there and like nothing happens. Number 2, in my opinion, film. The way I see it is, it's an underappreciated, but yet adored industry. everyone watches film. Everyone has a
Mm.
favorite Netflix show. Everyone has like Marvel or like Squid Game or like any like even like Top Gear. Anyone has a favorite TV show more than like books or anything. But the arts, like theatre, film, music, always get shit upon. Always like slagged off in the sense like, oh, it's not a real job, or oh, it's not going to get you money. But the way I see it is, it's just as important as like economic jobs.
Yeah.
Because if you look at like the Soviet Union, or if you look at anywhere that's like tries to repress people, what's the first thing they do? They take away music, they take away art, they take away theatre, because that is a form of expressionism. It's in the form of like releasing of emotions. So if you don't have that, if you don't have any form of expression, any form of creative outlet, you have no society. And I feel like that needs to be screamed and heard and shouted. And that's why I preach it like it's gospel. Because without creative mediums, without art, without like anything like that, you have no society. And that's why I think it's important. And that's why I pick film.
And and that's why you.
And that's why I pick film, because it's fun. I
Yeah.
love creating stuff.
Creating, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Cammy?
Yeah. I mean, even when they do start banning it, they still need to make films and propaganda. Don't
They
they?
do,
So
yeah.
it's like,
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
lead down that
Yeah.
road, guys.
They still
Film
need it. They still
no,
need
no,
it though, don't
no,
they?
film
Don't
is the
lead
film-
Russia's
It's
propaganda.
it's
department.
it's useful. They know it's
Creativity-
useful. They still want to
creativity
get rid of it though.
It's the best medium to express any emotion. Like
Yeah.
you can like fucking stats and like economies is like really important. Obviously, I'm not trying to like disregard that, but like you can't have a bar chart like move people. You can have songs move people. Exactly, you can have songs
Yeah.
move people.
Yeah.
No one's ever changed their outlet over a fucking math statistic.
Right.
People do that with film. People do it with music. People do it with art, and that's why I think it's important.
But Cammy,
Bam.
why?
Sorry,
Cammy, no, I want to
yes.
know, Cammy.
Yeah.
Cammy,
Yeah.
what made you start film? It was at a younger age, and your
My
mom
God.
showed you a film.
It
and-
must have been. I think it was definitely. I've always just watched films. If you look under my TV in the living room, well, our TV in the living room. Sorry, mother, father. You'll just see an endless collection of DVDs, basically. Most I can't really remember that well. I just know that I've watched them, and so it's just been like a constant thing. I mean, I didn't really do much else really. I didn't have many other hobbies except I just kept watching and watching and watching films.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it just kept happening.
I've
and
never
then
had a proper hobby in my life besides film.
yeah,
Not I can think of.
no, exactly. No, me neither. And then it was probably one day where I was watching a film. I was watching like a dialogue scene,
Mm.
and I looked at that and I was like, wait a second, how did they get both angles of that dialogue scene on both people? I can't see the camera in that
Yeah.
shot, but then they've got a camera in the other. How does that work? And that just kind of made me spiral into
It's funny.
how did they make that?
It's funny you mention that because like lately, I don't know if you have it as well. I've been watching like Top Gear and stuff,
Yeah.
or like stuff on the internet. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I see like at the bag they have like they turn up it was like that's a mixed pre.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that's it,
a
yeah.
pre-roll.
I-
That's an
No.
FS5.
I scream at the TV when I
Yeah.
see like
Yeah.
a black
I
magic.
was like,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, that's a mixed pre. That's
No,
an FS5.
exactly. You know, it was like I'm sorry, Matt. I don't watch Doctor Who that much. I'm sorry,
Banned,
but
blacklisted.
I watched the opening
Also.
of the first, the latest episode,
Yeah.
and it was like they started it in like a TV studio thing,
Yeah.
and they literally had like mixed pre's and
I
stuff.
saw
They had
that.
mixed pre's,
Yeah.
they
Yeah, I
had
saw
lights, and I was
that.
like, oh
Yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah.
Velvet
Oh
ones.
yeah,
I was
Velvet
like,
ones. I was like, oh
I was
my
like
God.
jump for jump, like.
And then they like drop them all. I'm like, oh, it's painful.
Yeah.
You
I
have
just
to pay
imagine
for
it, like,
that.
every time I see it, I'm like, Jimmer's gonna
And
buy
Jimmer's
you.
gonna fucking kill us.
a pound an hour.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, but no, it's kind of like it's made me appreciate it, and it's made me be like every time I see a film where they go to like a remote location, I'm like, my fucking God, the risk
you
assessment.
know what?
on
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that.
no,
No,
the
wait.
risk
No,
assessment.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know a lot of people don't. I said this last time, but a lot of people don't understand how much work
Yeah.
people
No.
put into one scene and stuff
Can
like
I
that.
add on to that as well?
Yeah.
Because do you remember we watched Kids of the Flower Moon?
Yes.
First trip we went to see Kids of the Flower Moon, and like Hulu was. This is the other thing because you talk about credits in your last episode. I never used to watch
Right.
credits.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
until
yeah,
now, I
yeah,
watch
yeah,
credits.
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like because Hulu
Yeah.
had a very point. It's like your name would be on that thing, and you don't
Yeah.
want people because he was like always sit down and watch the credits. So
Yeah.
I was like, can we? He's like, no, your name's on that credit
No.
if you want that to be. And like you would hate if someone moved it for you, so have respect for them. I was like, that's a good point. So I always watch credits
That's a
now.
great point.
Mm.
But like, whilst watching credits, I realized like how much shit. Because I'm going back to Kids of the Flower Moon. I'm sorry. It's like how much stuff like is in like a film. Like in like one scene of Kids of the Flower Moon. Keep saying Kids of the Flower Moon. Sorry, I'm excited. Autistic brain. Sorry. It's like there's a scene with like an owl, It was like there was like
Yes.
3 owl handler,
Spoiler
owl
alert,
trainer.
there's-
Sorry, the owls in it.
There
Owl
are
handler,
owls.
owl trainer, owl feeder. I'm like,
Yeah.
3 little jobs you would never like. So
Yeah.
esoteric. You wouldn't
Yeah.
know they would be like in like a film, but like it is such a cool thing, and I'm getting like excited because it is a cool fucking industry.
Well, I get annoyed where kind of the star gets the most credit out of it.
Oh,
do you know
yeah.
what I mean? Is that the point of it? Is that if you have a star, no one would go and see it.
I
to make-
agree with the
That's it.
sense like there's a thing get paid what you're worth, and
Yeah.
there's a big attraction to having like, a celebrity status. But because when I was younger, I was a bit more arrogant in the sense that I wanted to make films to be famous, and like as I got
Mm.
older, I'm like I don't want to be famous because I like my privacy, I want my liberties. That's the caveat of being famous. You lose
Yeah.
you lose freedom in the sense of like, but at the same time, I feel like there needs to be more respect in the aspect for like behind the scenes stuff. Like for example, the Oscars, it's all
Mm.
acting stuff. I think Spike Lee made a very good
Yeah.
point for the film Boy. What was it? Do the Right Thing. He said because he got actors who are now famous, like
Yeah.
Gus from Breaking Bad,
Yes.
Samuel Jackson. They're like there should be like a category for the Oscars for like casting and like lighting and more like in that sense because these are so important.
Mm.
And like without sound lighting casting, you don't have a film. Like it's good to have like a big
Yeah.
name and stuff, but like realistically, you're not gonna have a very good film if you just got Brad Pitt twatting about like with a little fucking camcorder.
Right.
Yeah, and you need more like, you need more of that. You need more emphasis on like. I think they need more awards for like people like.
What about you, Kami?
sound.
What do you think? What
Yeah,
do you
sorry.
think needs more? Do you think what needs to be more put into recognition for people behind the scenes?
So much more recognition, I
Yeah.
think. So much. I mean, the Oscars still don't even have a stunts category, do
Do
they?
they not?
They don't.
Do they
appar-
not?
No, apparently not.
It's all just
Um,
actors, isn't it?
It's mostly actors and like the big roles. Like, but yeah, no, they need so much more recognition. I agree about staying for the credits now.
Yeah.
Julio's taught me that. It's
Yeah.
such a good discipline.
It
to
is.
have.
It is
'Cause
such a.
You look at that and you see jobs that you never thought would even be there.
Yeah.
And
And
you're like,
you can apply to those jobs as
exactly.
well.
And it's
potentially.
like if you have like a special skill outside of that,
Yeah.
you can apply that into the film industry. That's the thing. The film itself combines so many
Yeah.
jobs itself into a creative process.
Yeah.
Like if you drive, if you make woodwork and stuff, it all
Yeah, it
comes
makes-
in.
no, no.
It all comes
And I feel
into
like
making that.
I feel like as well like it just needs to have there just needs another people there needs more emphasis on it. Like even like with the Oscars, you get 60 seconds to talk. I watched the Oscars like last year, like staging and stuff. There was like ones for like staging and like set design. They got like barely 30 seconds.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
is such
yeah.
bullshit. And it's like,
Yeah.
why did they get disregarded? Why did they get disregarded? Because Brad Pitt's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I
Like,
think
no,
the Will-
no
I think-
disrespect to Brad Pitt.
I
but
think
in
the
my
Will
film.
Smith thing kind of put
Oh,
a
yeah.
light
That's
over.
different.
That's a good example because it kind of
Yeah.
he took the show away from everyone else's hard work.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a sense as well. There's like with, it's more to do with like actors and stuff. I'm gonna give context. Most of the actors I've worked with, like I've loved working with, like Kyle Chataway. Like,
Well, touch wood, I've been on F&Ps and I've spoken to a lot of the actors. I haven't met anyone who's
I've met.
That's good.
been
There-
so touch wood.
There
Yeah.
was what like in like Christian Bale, for example.
Okay.
or
right,
Christian-
that's a good example.
Okay.
He's a knob, and he acts like all big and stuff. An actor talks to my crew like that. I wouldn't want them on set. I'd tell them fuck off.
It's the same as working
Yeah.
with good people.
No
Anyway,
actor,
right,
yeah.
moving on.
Yeah.
Need to move on.
Sorry, I was talking
Right,
a lot. I don't,
yeah.
sorry, man. I don't mean to.
No,
I'm
we're
very
that's the
excited.
podcast.
We're
It's
giving
meant
you
to talk.
plenty
Yeah.
of content
Yeah.
to edit.
So-
Don't worry, we'll finish by the end of the month.
What? So when you work together, what's
Mm.
your on this course? What's the process of like making a film? So where do you start when you make a film here? What's your
Oh,
process?
I
And who
will
do you
say-
work with? And
The amount he backstabbed me.
what?
What?
He betrayed me. He did.
I didn't
We were going to work
betray
together
you.
this semester. He did.
We are working
We
together.
are
this
working- I'm
semester
joking,
on
we are-
documentary.
That's what, no, but that's
Yeah.
what happens
We are-
because
oh, yeah, fine,
I
yeah.
want to work.
No,
with
I'm
my,
joking.
I want to work with my friends, but then I want to actually work with other people. And that's
I
want
want to work.
Yeah.
The thing is, they say don't work with your friends, right? But the people you meet become your friends, and the issue is with Cammy. I like working with him because Cammy's. I love him. He's great.
You too.
Cammy's very talented.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I will emphasize.
Insanely, yeah.
Thank you.
Cammy is, in my opinion, the dark horse of the year. Like he's like, Cam's like, oh, that guy can write a script. I read your script. It's fucking gold.
Which
like
one?
The Bin Man.
You read the Bin Man?
I read the Bin one.
Oh,
It
you
was-
did read the
yeah,
Bin Man.
yeah.
Oh,
But no,
that's
like,
good.
He's a very talented. What was your question? Sorry.
Yeah. How do you? Let's
Sorry.
let Cammy.
I'll let
how
Cammy-
does,
yeah.
how
Shall I put
does,
tape over my mouth?
Yeah. I'm joking. That's a podcast. You're supposed to talk.
Yeah.
So how when you pick? It's quite a hard question, really. How do you kind of work, and how do you because when I work, I usually just start to worry all the time.
Yeah. Well,
When
no,
I
do
start a
that.
new project, I go.
it is a lot.
I
Like,
do that.
it's like I get an idea, and that idea is basically just a key emotion that I want to convey. It's definitely related to like how I'm feeling at the time.
Are you
And
really?
the problem, yeah,
That's
like
surprising to me.
anything that I'm like, I can make quite a good. I could turn this into a metaphor of a short film.
Yeah, but your reality with me, your reality kind of hits you, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I
I'm-
actually need the people,
Well, no, exactly.
the
Well,
time, the
no,
booking, the
the idea is great.
Yeah.
Oh, and you love thinking about the idea so much. You're like, oh, it's gonna be so good.
I-
And then you actually get onto like screenwriting,
Yeah.
and then it's just kind of banging your head against the desk
Yeah.
for like hours on end until a few words pop out, and then you kind of repeat the process.
Yeah.
And then you have a script, and you're not happy with the script, and then you retool
Script's
it.
the worst.
And then
bit.
you're really scared to show other people the script, and then you do, and then it's really nice. And
Yeah.
people are always good at feedback.
Always trembling.
That's the good thing. Is accepting feedback as well.
Yeah, accepting
You need
feedback
to
is-
accept feedback.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
sometimes fresh eyes just help.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And filmmaking, you can't do it on your own.
It's not a
you
solo
need
job,
you need
no.
everyone's eyes on it. Really, you need everyone's input. You don't have to take it, but you need
Sometimes,
everyone's
yeah.
input to get all the angles of it that you need, and then you take your preferred
So
way with
So
it.
how do you do when you read a script? How do you break it down? How do you? Because I've got dyslexia and I find it
Same,
struggle
I
to
have
And I
that.
break it
script.
down.
But when you do read it, do you break down logistics of it and stuff like that?
Yeah, for my producing drama, I'll be working on sound.
Only
Yeah,
such
no,
flaws.
I rewrote the screenplay for our producing drama. I kept the same story, but I rewrote it, and I just kind of, I like
I want to read.
I
it
like
at some point. I've heard-
simplifying it all down into like.
Is the bin one you're talking about?
No,
This
no,
isn't
it's
the
not.
bin one.
Alright.
This is a horror one that we're working on.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
that one
yes,
with
that one.
Charlie.
Yes,
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
Charlie.
yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
I reworked Charlie's script, and I really enjoyed doing that. I just enjoy writing scripts. I like
love it
I
as
like
well, it's
I
great.
like whittling it all down to like the key
Yeah.
points because like, and getting the sound is very important. And so I'll print that script out and I'll annotate it for sound, and I'll make sure that
Foley.
Yeah.
Put Foley. in.
Foley,
Oh,
and that's one of our
clever
like
dick.
that's
You-
what.
Yeah. fresh.
That's a good
Yeah.
lead-on question. How do you deal with
I
worrying on set?
Well, I like a challenge. So I
you?
I love a challenge. I love doing stuff. I love a challenge, production wise. So like, I'm People Pizza, for example, the short film.
Hey,
it's
yeah.
a challenge.
Yes,
I
good
love-
pizza.
The only thing I hate is I don't like. I get stressed, which is fine. I don't like shouting at people. I always find it very like I know I hate like being rude and shouting at people, and I feel like sometimes that comes out and I
Well,
apologize.
but you did that with me on Pizza, and I don't mind
Yeah,
it.
but I don't
because
like-
I know you're stressed,
I
and
don't
I get
like.
it.
I
would
don't
be.
like it because it's wrong. At the end of the day, it is wrong, and
Yeah.
I apologize for that, and I don't want to ever
No, that's
be
right,
rude.
Rob. Seriously, because I know
Yeah.
you're a nice guy behind the scenes. The thing is, if you were horrible all the time, you shouted at me,
Yeah.
then I get it. But because I know, I get it. I said this last
Yeah.
time. I know because you.
Because I just want a good project.
600
I want a-
months planned for
I
this
want a
one
good.
day.
I want a good project, and I want, regardless of, I want everyone in the crew to have a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Same.
Production wise, I do. I love a challenge. And the thing is, there was this guy who said like, oh, people with the best creative are procrastinate. That's bullshit. Fuck that. I love preparing ahead of time. I love being like very meticulous. To the point like you and Dennis had a group chat with him because I did the Hulu task with him last semester.
Yes, that's
I spam that every
oh
day.
my god! Yeah, no, you're on top of everything.
I-
You
I-
are great.
I
with that.
cannot rest until I know something sorted, and I think the next day,
Yeah.
day. I love thinking because I like, because it gives me opportunity to like think of if something goes wrong, which
Exactly.
it never does.
Like literally, like that first semester when you were basically spamming the group chat, but
Yeah.
in the best way possible because
I want the best for you, and I want
you
the best
were
for
like-
the group, and I want the best for me
you were
as well.
such a good influence because you were getting me out of bed.
Yeah,
You were getting me up and about,
yeah.
having breakfast, getting outside
Yeah.
early. Like when we did Love Is Dead,
Yeah.
and we were there at
Hey.
what
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
o'clock
Yeah.
outside the
I
strike.
was
ready to be
Ready.
picked up, and I was like, I would never do this if
Yeah.
like Rob didn't get
Thank
my
you.
arse in
That's
gear.
very kind of you to say.
That was a very
so
easy
is it.
role, Lovers Dead, wasn't it, Rob?
Yeah.
You
I was, like,
were
I
dead
was on the
body.
floor.
Yeah.
I was cold. Cam went home. When Cam went home in the corner, I was like,
Basically,
oh.
for the audience at home, Rob was a dead body in
Yeah.
Lovers Dead. So
When Cam went home, when you went home, he was like, Cam was going home, I was like, "Bye." He had his walk. I was like, "Oh, fuck, I'm gonna fucking kill you."
I went over to you and I was like, oh, tough role,
I was
tough
like,
role, Rob.
I did
yeah.
audition for that dead body role, and you
Yeah.
got it, Rob.
My other questions for you, Cam.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask Cam?
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Ooh.
right, you know, you
What
talk
are the
about
questions?
Yeah.
you know, you talk about writing like stories and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so do you think about them like just in the emotion of the time? Because I think that's how we're different.
Really?
Because what I think of it, I think of a cool idea, and I first write it down. I do that, and like I feel like what am I most impacted to now? Also, like human. I'm autistic, so I struggle to have like connect with people. So I
Right.
like having humanist stories.
Yeah.
That's my things. I'm most like
Mhm.
at the end of it, I like having very good dialogue and very like one-to-one like
Mm,
human
Mhm.
tales. And that's how I kind of see stuff. But I couldn't like link because the thing is, it's interesting. You say think to
Yeah.
emotion. I link to like a feeling or like a message. Which
Yeah.
Is,
Well, no, I don't think we're that similar.
No.
No, I don't think we're that different.
different.
then, because
Yeah.
no, I get my like themes ready, and then I build out from there.
I do that, yeah.
I add like all the nice fancy padding around it
Yeah.
and make a story. But no, I always keep the core emotions in mind, and if those emotions change, well, they
Yeah.
will, won't they? Because they're emotions. They're
I
going to
think-
change over
yeah.
time, and yeah, that's why screenwriting is one of the
Yeah.
best things and one of the worst
Yeah.
things that
I
you
think
can.
as well.
Do you think that's why you
can
want to? I think is that what you want to do, Cammy? Screenwriting.
I would
Talk
like
about
to
it
do
a
a
lot.
lot more
Yeah.
screenwriting.
Yeah.
I think, as well as directing. I know
Yeah,
that,
you-
that there's like dangers in directing your own
I'm
screenplays and stuff.
This is the
but
second
Is
time
there
I'm
why
direct-
is there dangerous in directing your own screenplay?
apparently, because you can get like tunnel vision.
I'm directing
and,
my own
like,
screenplay, and I'm like, I'm a little bit for my producing drama. We're not rules, but I am basically
Yeah.
directing it, and I've like, the first thing I said, even like in the second, the first thing I said to the people was because like I was aware of that. I was like, okay, once we've done this, it's no longer my story, it's our story.
That's true.
I have to think like that, otherwise I'm gonna be.
It's everyone's.
Yes,
story.
everyone's story in the group because I just can't get too. I know because I can't get too possessive.
That's
It's like
it,
with People
yeah.
Pizza, I couldn't get. Like, I think that was a good learning thing because like I let Charlie take over some shots and stuff,
Yeah.
and Charlie helped me write it in the sense.
No,
So
exactly.
it's like,
yeah.
you can't get possessive.
Is
and
that quite
stuff.
hard to get your idea as a script and then kind of share it with everyone else?
To me,
Share
yeah,
the
'cause, like,
vision.
It
You
is
put a
for
lot
me
of
as well,
time into it,
yeah.
and like the worst thing is, there's two issues with like writing stuff. I'm sorry for talking too much. There's two issues. I get
It's
it.
a podcast.
There's
It's
two
a
issues.
podcast,
There's
it's a
two
podcast.
issues, right? One issue is with me. Every film has to say a message,
No, I agree.
but you
Yeah.
can't like say that show that up front
Force it.
because it will sound pretentious.
Well, yeah,
Right.
you
So
can't.
you have to interlay a message into the film without putting it in your face.
Well, no, that's the whole trick
That's
of
the-
it,
that's the
isn't it?
trick.
Yeah.
And the second thing as well is like with me is like when I write something like, oh, I really like it, because I got loads of ideas I want to do and things I want to do. I'm like, I really like it. Dialogue wise, I love it.
Yeah.
And like I can see it visually because I'm more a visual person. Like,
Yeah.
I love
yeah,
visual
yeah.
stuff, and I'm like, okay, now I have the way I see it. I have to kill the puppy. That's how
I
I
have to kill the puppy.
that's how I call. I have
does
to
that
kill the
mean?
puppy. Like
Not
you
general.
love it. It's the script's your puppy. You love
Yes,
it,
I
right?
know.
right.
I know.
And now you have
Okay.
to put it in the bag and throw it in the
Don't
canal.
actually kill a puppy.
No, don't kill
Not
it.
disclaimer,
You have to
disclaimer,
put it in the
yes,
bag, throw it in the canal, and say goodbye to it. But you have to
Metaphorically.
You have, yeah, metaphorically.
Metaphorically,
And you have to show it to the people, and you have to let your hubris go and accept the fact like people might not like it,
Yeah.
or people may be already done, or like something. And I'm like, okay, that's okay. I'm trying to. That's okay.
What do you? So what about you, Cammy? How do you like deal with a script that you're making?
God, yeah.
Because
No,
it's quite hard to like. Is it hard for you to put it out there?
it's hard in, I'd say, two key ways. The main way, practically, is when you get all the script done, you send the PDF off, and then they read it. They go, yeah. What is going on in this scene? What is going on in this scene? I'm
Yeah.
a bit
I
confused
assume
about
you
that
have
in this scene.
meetings with Paul and
Yeah,
Fiona about
yeah.
Yeah,
this.
because and you're like,
Spelling
well,
mistake.
obviously it's because da 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 da, but they don't see that because
Yeah.
you're the one who has the whole vision, and you don't put everything into that because you just assume everyone's gonna know.
Can I
But
ask you a question on that, actually?
yeah,
When you like write a script, like when you write the words down, because the way I see it before I write anything like dialogue wise or anything, I
Yeah.
see it in my head. That's why I always blab on what 6:30
Yeah,
Because I see it first. That's how I've done everything in life. Do you like write dialogue or like the stuff first, or do you see it first? That makes sense.
I think visually first.
Yeah,
I think
it's the best
very
way of doing
visually
it.
first. Like I said, I get the feelings and I get the visuals kind of coming in to how I could represent that,
Yeah.
and then dialogue is quite far down the line. I think.
What about colour?
Colour.
Colour?
I
No colour. Yeah,
'cause to
colour's
me,
important.
colour to me is like sound and colour are the most important things to me visually. Cause
Right.
Well, not visually and audio, you hear sound audio, but colour like it draws you in. Like,
Right.
I love colour in film so much.
Yes.
I adore it. It's because like any way you can draw something in, like I have an idea for the film Master of Courage I want to do. It's like which we do for producing drama. All the extras are gonna be like navy and black, so they fade into the background. And every other character's gonna wear colours that like suits them. So our main character's he's quite a soft and shy person. She's gonna wear big puffy and fluffy stuff to make him look protected. We're gonna have the female lead. She's gonna wear blue jeans and like a red top. So
Who's the female lead?
we haven't decided yet. We're still in casting,
Alright.
but we're gonna have like she stands out immediately, and then we're gonna have like a character who's morally questionable. So he's gonna wear grey. It's just stuff like that. It's little accoutrements, which I've learned. Little accoutrements or add-ons that you just put onto something, which makes it more engaging. And I feel like colour is the best way of doing that because you can look at something and be like, that's striking.
What do
that's
you
interesting, that's
guys?
stylish.
So you think colour and sound is most important in film?
Sound to me is the most, followed by colour.
What do you think is the most important thing, Cammy, in film?
I would say that the message is the most important. The themes and the message is the most important because I think a film that has
because I thought technically. Sorry, yeah.
technically, well,
I
yeah,
do get
I
the
know,
message.
I agree. But first of all,
Is the message
before
yeah.
all the technical stuff, if your film does not have a clear thing that it wants to say, I think that's a very dangerous thing. I think it's a very, very
Well,
dangerous
that's not a
thing
film.
to make a film and it not say anything because that could be
That's just a vlog, isn't it?
that. I mean,
It's
even
shit.
vlogs say things.
Vlogs say
Zoella says something sometimes, but
Do you
like,
think it's dangerous? If
I
you
think
have
I think it is very dangerous if you go in not thinking about the messages of your film because that
Yeah,
could be
you have
that
to.
could be so harmful.
No,
if you don't pay attention to it, I think.
from past
Yeah.
writing scripts, like I've had an idea, but it had no meaning behind it. It's like, well, it adds no substance to it. And I'm like, I was very naive, and it's very stupid to. It is stupid to do that. If you tip, I'm not very good at writing. If you write something, have a message.
Yeah, how
behind
do you write, Rob? Are you? I don't know if you're dyslexic, Cammy. Or
I'm not. No.
I'm
no.
dyslexic.
but I find it very hard to write.
and I've got autism. And I feel like the thing is where I sit is my brain is different, and the way I see my life is I don't go on the straight path. I go on the curve. So like in the sense
Right,
that
okay,
I always work around stuff.
you go off the road.
It's how it's got me through life. I've worked around stuff. So what I do is spelling. I can get fucked.
Yeah.
So like what I do is have an idea. I either draw it out visually or I see it in my brain.
Right.
I bullet point it into things I know,
Right.
and then I feel like what I do first, I can depict a scene, and I can. I speak fluent Japanese. I can talk to I yap a lot. I talk.
Oh, right.
I'm very
I thought you said you
loquacious.
speak
I
Japanese.
loquacious. I talk a lot.
Right.
I can think of dialogue like that, and I love a good film with dialogue. And my dad's like stressing like make dialogue that sounds real. I say make dialogue that sounds like purposeful. That's more important. And I can think
Yeah.
of that. And then once you write dialogue down, dialogue doesn't have any like constrictions. I just type it down and I add stuff around it. That's how I write because writing for me is stressful. It's my big anxiety when I show people my script because immediately
Yeah.
People-
Same.
people
Yeah.
always-
Yep.
people always turn to me, not nasty, but people always say it's spelt wrong. It's like, even when I tell them, it's like you don't do it. Cause
No,
you
literally,
know,
I know.
Cause
I
I
know.
mean,
no,
yeah.
no, I get
I say
a
to
few
people,
people that do
I'm
that.
dyslexic. I'm like, can you? It's like, oh, it's spelt. I'm like, okay,
Right.
I've got tough skin. Like I've got a bit of a vibe in myself. I've been raised to protect myself, but it does hit me hard because it's like I'm a creative person and I feel like I
Yeah.
want to try and do my best. And it's like I get it's like but like you are trying. It's admonishing me as a person sometimes.
How do you take criticism, Cammy? How do you take it?
Take it.
Your shit.
I
Fuck you.
tend to avoid it.
Does Isla ever say on your films, nitpick your films or what you've made?
No, she's very nice. She's
Oh,
very
no.
nice.
Do you show her your
she's lovely.
scripts?
I do. Yes, I have shown her. I've shown her the script that I rewrote. So that's like Charlie's story, but I rewrote it. She was very kind to that.
I can't see that. I want it when it after.
You'll
the
see it.
semester,
You'll
I
see
wanna
it. You'll see it.
We
But
can't
like,
look at each other's scripts apparently.
but like going back to that, like when I read your scripts, Rob,
yeah.
I don't like. I know that there's going to be some
Right,
spelling
yeah.
mistakes. That it's like
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah.
can still tell that it's a screenplay, and I can see what
Yeah.
what you're trying to say.
Yeah. As long as
Like-
it's funny as
Like
well.
it's not like I see all spelling mistakes. I'm like, oh no, I'm not. Look, I look into it.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
look
respect.
into
I
it,
respect
and
you
I
so much for that, Cameron. 'cause
I
you-
just-
you
But when
care.
Rob
And that's important
said
to do.
about how he sees the thing, makes bullet points, how do you, if you were going to make a film, that's kind of the question is, how do you process to make a film? You come up with the idea.
Yes.
I put it on post-it notes. If you see
put
my
on
room,
Post-it
it's just full of
I
post-it
used to
notes.
do post-it notes
Mine's on a
actually.
memory stick.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. It was
It's in my bag, I think.
it was in film studies. The first time that I ever wrote a screenplay was for my film studies A-level coursework.
Ah, right. So that's
yeah.
That's
So
where
I
the bug
put
started.
I put post-it notes up, and I went through about 50 different stories that I wanted to do, and I kept changing. I
Can you
kept
remember
changing. I
any?
kept changing. Yes, the one I ended up doing was. Anyway, later.
No, say now, say.
But it was about these two. I think they were two assassins, classic short film kind of
Nice.
thing. Two assassins, but they were played by like they were going to be played in an ideal world by like my mum and dad,
Right.
Billy.
and they were just like they're basically an old married couple who were both assassins, and they just couldn't decide on what they wanted to do, how they wanted to like kill someone or something. It was really silly. It was very
Assassins
I
and
know,
violence.
I know. It was really silly.
That's interesting.
But no, it was horrible trying to lay it all out visually. I'm scared of actually writing down my thoughts
Why? Why?
Why are you scared?
because like to put down your thoughts,
It's so raw.
it makes it
Real.
people can like it was like how I was afraid of journaling for the first time because I was like
You
Then-
journal.
I've started to
That's
actually
fucking
yeah.
brave. I remind you
and
for that.
and I'm like but still it's at the back of my brain where I'm like people can now literally flick through my brain page to page, and that is a scary thing. Now, I know that nobody would ever go in and look, but it's like to have a piece of me
Yeah.
physically there out in the world in ink.
Yeah,
And that is scary. And that's the second thing that I find really difficult about writing screenplays actually is the fact that it's something so usually
Intimate
it's so
with you.
intimate with your exactly something
You
so
can't
intimate with
separate
your brain.
yourself from it.
Exactly, it's a piece of you that
Yeah.
you're putting onto the paper and you're showing it to everyone,
Yeah.
and that's a lot
It's
of
like
trust
they say,
to put into
they
a,
say
a
you
group.
can't separate. You can separate art from the artist. You really can't because it is a bit of you.
No,
Like-
yeah,
All of my stuff I've ever written, which I like to produce sometimes, but it's cross.
yeah.
I'm like, it's like you
Rate
it
yourself.
it entwines with you. You're always connected with it.
Mm.
I've actually got a question. Actually, you filmed before uni, right? You did film stuff before uni.
I did media for 3 years.
And you did film stuff before uni.
I did film studies and I did media
Oh
studies.
my god, I didn't do anything.
What did you do before? You did law, didn't you? You said?
I did law as an
Yeah.
A level, which was shit. I wanted to do RE and sociology.
Right.
Okay,
Because
right,
I am a very. The one thing I like to say about myself is I find everyone interesting. I think everyone has. I think everyone has something to bring to the table. Everyone's got their own uniqueness about them, which I'm always like wants to know, and because you get something out of it. So I always like talking to people. Like, that's why I wanted to do it. Sorry, but like they were like, oh, just do business instead. I was like, but I got
Right.
3 in maths. But like, no, all my stuff I did was like religion, RE. There was no
There was
media. There was no media in my school.
No media.
media.
Really?
No
Nothing.
media. What at your
No.
college?
Not at my college. No, I wanted.
At
There
your
was one-
college?
Yeah, in my college was nothing.
Wow.
I was going to
Really?
go to it, and they're like, "Oh, we stopped it." I was like, "What?"
Wow.
I was
Oh,
like,
that's great.
That's why I thought I could never do film, genuinely, because I thought like there's no outlets, and I couldn't afford a camera. I couldn't afford like
Yeah.
anything. I was like, what am I gonna do? I was like, oh, Sega.
Yeah, Rob Farron.
But
Rob
but do you have
Daddy
any?
No, not daddy.
Do you have any comments on the growing industry right now? Like, do you
Yeah.
have any?
have a
Is it
cou-
scary? Because Pinewood's getting bigger, and
My thing is my little.
also how do you how are you scared of fitting in? Like trying to get into the industry. Are you all
I've
scared
got
about that?
my beacon of hope at the moment is. Do you ever seen the film Talk to Me?
No.
Okay, Talk to Me was. It realistically on paper it should never have been done because it's 2 YouTubers
Yes.
and YouTubers who make
Is
films.
this a film?
Yeah.
Oh, right, right, I thought
2
it was-
YouTubers who make films. They're always like, oh, it's gonna be shit and stuff. They made a horror film, and they got put on A24, which is the biggest independent production company on the planet. Right. Horror film was really good. it changed the horror genre as well, and it got nominated for a BAFTA, and that to me is a glimmer of hope because 2 YouTubers had no training in film, they just learned it themselves.
Completely self-taught,
They
aren't they?
figured it out themselves, broke Hollywood, got through Hollywood, got through the threshold, and made it there. And I think that to me was like, okay, it can be possible.
Yeah.
Because they had a no and turned it into a yes, and I thought
Yeah.
that is so fucking cool, and it doesn't get praised a lot, it doesn't get shouted a lot, it doesn't get got. It's just like, oh, it's a cool. But that is so important, especially now, where like you have like cameras, the modern age, you can film wherever you want, but like to be heard and stuff, and like to be seen and think of something like different. I think that's cool.
What about you, Cammy? Where do you want to go? Is
I
there
am
like a
petrified though.
Where do I want to go? I just want to
you
be able
scared?
to. I just want to be able to kind of latch myself on, full stop. At the moment,
Yeah.
I just want to be able to get a job of
Yeah.
anything. I will literally just do the
you know
grunt
the
work.
Do you know in the north there's a in the north like Hull and stuff, it's just becoming more bigger film hub.
Oh really?
So potentially,
Okay.
yeah, by 2025,
Yeah.
that might be 2027. Sorry, that might be the place to go if you want to do.
But do you
film.
have like a
Right.
dream role, Cammy, or, or are you scared of selling? Because
Yeah.
selling myself is kind of scary.
It is.
It's
I
always
know, I
scary.
know
It
it
just seems a
is.
bit fake, doesn't it? All the
Yeah,
time. It's like a
yeah.
perfidious
Oh,
lie.
I mean, obviously at
Yeah.
the moment I don't really have a lot to sell
Show.
myself on. I don't have a lot to show. Exactly, I don't have a lot to show. I have like
You're sexy.
I'm
Cam.
yeah,
You're
well-
sexy little Cammy.
Oh,
I can-
modelling. There you go.
I
yeah.
can- yeah,
There
modelling.
you
Yeah,
go,
maybe
Star
and
Wars.
I can yeah.
No, but
and,
what? So
I can. I'm focused right now on getting in at the ground floor.
Yeah, running.
Aspirations, yeah. Directing's a big one, but maybe if I felt passionate enough about it, I could direct.
I originally wanted to do
um,
directing as well.
Screenwriting,
Right.
obviously. Sound is very dear to my heart. I think.
I
Sound is
agree.
like sound design, like
Coming to uni sound was fun.
all of like
Hmm.
like getting the right sound is so important for a film. Otherwise, it completely takes you out of it.
Room tone.
It's the room
Yeah,
room
room
tone.
tone.
Remember
Yeah.
room
Room
tone.
I can
tone.
see you like
Yes.
Yeah.
as Jacob's
He's very good
at it.
assistant.
Yes.
He
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
He's been fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, you've
Jake-
seen you on
I'm very
both
proud of
parts,
him.
very good.
Yeah, I've been Jacob's
learn
apprentice.
ropes.
I have.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, no, it's something that I'm very, very, very passionate about.
Yeah.
As for the industry, well, I mean, last year was a brilliant year for film. Just enjoy. It gives you
It
a lot of
was.
hope. Ever
Mm.
since
SAG
it's the best year for cinema since COVID.
What,
hit.
2023?
2023,
Yeah.
I think.
Right.
Yeah, since obviously
Yeah.
Barbenheimer,
Yeah.
and that kicked the year off basically, and then
I just needs more fresh. I think.
so many more.
needs
And
more
well, yeah.
like-
What's your opinion on like?
I want to be
fresh
director,
stuff?
by the way.
Huh?
Director of interest.
Director. Well,
Uh,
yours.
I want to
You.
be director. I want to be director or producer. I want to be producer.
I think
So-
I'm more
something-
producing. I'm not very
producer-
technical with stuff.
Producer, and top one, or director. So maybe do set design, or like at
Ooh,
basic
okay,
location
okay.
style, 'cause that looks fun.
Okay, yeah.
But
The
what are your
guys will be
opinions
happy.
on fresh ideas? Do you think it's important that we
Need
need
'em.
more fresh
It's-
ideas?
yeah.
You need them. You just
You need fresh
yeah.
ideas. I mean, every fucking thing at the moment, like I think you yesterday, is a remake, original. But the argument is there is no such thing as an original idea. Oscar Wilde said that.
Oh right. Oh, not.
There's no
Roger
such thing as
Oscar
a-
Wilde.
yeah, I love it, but no, there's like in the sense of like every story's been told, but there needs to be more unique stories.
Yeah.
Like at
Yeah.
the moment, I watched Netflix. What was on Netflix? There's like I saw Ripley. There's a new Tom Ripley, which is exciting,
Oh, yeah.
but it's a different story than we told. We need stuff
Hang on,
like
is Ripley spun off another show or a film?
no, Atlantis Ripley, the book series.
Ah,
But like there needs to be
right.
more like that's why like Talk to Me so much because
Yeah.
like there's tropes.
Yeah.
The story of Talk to Me is like possession, hand, you see dead people,
Yeah.
but it incorporates like because the story's the same, but they've added new. I think instead of new stories, you need new themes. So like social media that was done well.
It's Australian, isn't it?
Yeah, Australia.
You-
It's set in
yeah.
Australia. Isolation, like peer pressure,
Mm.
like
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well. Like
yeah.
and like they had this in their story as well. It's like, the main character has this issue with like personal boundaries, and like
Mm.
doesn't know when to like to release her boundaries from other people. She's like very possessive and stuff in like
Yeah.
not in like a bad way, but that hasn't been explored. And I feel like you need like new themes and like things to explore. Not new ideas, new themes. That's how I
Yeah.
see it.
What are you coming to? You sick of like?
I'm
original,
getting there.
same ideas.
I'm getting there. I think there's gonna come a point where everyone is gonna get. I think we are coming to
I'm
a point.
fatigued. Marvel
We are,
fatigue.
yeah, like with Marvel, I've stopped watching Marvel
Same,
Yeah.
because
unfortunately, yeah.
Netflix
I
as
just
well.
can't I'm just fed up with it now. It's just a bit samey. As for like if there are any original ideas, I don't.
What do you think
don't know.
needs to be changed? Do you think
You
there needs to be
asking?
more people in power that
You
has
asking?
original
You
ideas?
Yeah, it
asking?
needs to be more. Yeah, more diverse.
I think
More
they need-
diversity
more
in major leading positions of
I
creativity
also think as well there needs to be
and
more of, like,
perspective.
there needs to be more money put into, like, there needs to be like a better system for, like, I'm not gonna say union, but like a better system, like have like money put in for, like, so people can get their foot in the door. Because
Yeah.
most people, most people who get their foot in the door, bluntly, are nepo babies because they already have the access to it. And I don't think that's fair. I feel there needs to be more of an access for, like, people like who are, like, you know, don't have the facilities, or like who are just come out of uni, have like a bit of money behind them so they can get pushed, something like that.
But what were you saying, Cammy? You were saying
For original ideas, I think yes, we need more diverse people in positions of major power
Power.
creatively and politically. Yes, and I don't. Yeah, about if there is such thing as original idea. Maybe there isn't, but I think if you combine enough different ideas, then you
Yeah.
make something new.
There isn't.
Um,
I might add on to that. There's no such thing as original ideas, but there are no such things as new techniques.
that's true. That's true.
Original ideas, stories are always
Mhm.
always the same. Every story is the same if you narrow it down to it
Mm.
at beginning and end. Blah, blah, blah.
That's it.
But new techniques,
Yeah.
new ways, new camera techniques, new ways of, like, visually storytelling. That will always be
Yeah.
riveting, and that will always thrive.
But Cammy, yeah, what about AI? What do you feel about that?
I do not want anything to do with AI. I do
You
not.
don't?
I do not, because I don't care if it looks like fucking iRobot with Will Smith. It is. It cannot make creative
It's
decisions.
dangerous.
It's
Has no
very.
s-
It,
has no
it's
soul.
dangerous, and it's just annoying. Like, if you try and see a computer try and make a bit of art, you're like, oh, that's cute. You think adding colors in a random order is good.
But do you-
No,
Motion.
yeah, I
The
feel
thing
like
that I'm worried about is scamming people, because
Scamming.
Yes.
What do you mean?
yeah, you know, what's his name, Martin Lewis, the money person
Yeah.
who saves you money. They used AI on him to to rip off people,
oh god,
using AI,
right?
saying, you know, invest in this X
Yeah,
Y Z,
yeah.
type this
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
and a lot of people got scammed over the money because they trust
Over
his
AI?
face.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they got an AI of him and they did something to it, got the voice, and they
Well,
scammed people in it.
they
and
tried and did that in the Ukraine. Do you remember the early days of the Ukraine war?
No. Oh yeah.
They had a thing like they had, like, a guy, an actor who looked like Volodymyr Zelensky, and they put over, like, his face and, like, "We surrender" and stuff, and it looked bad. But that is a fear, because one day it won't look bad, and I worry at some point. This might be a bit tangential. I worry at some point that someone can, you know, take an image
Mm.
of a dictator or, like, of a politician, and they can make it say something bad, and then we're in the ship for it.
Mm.
Like, I feel like it's gonna happen
Mm.
because technology, it is like having a loaded gun in your hand,
Yeah.
and, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of having a loaded gun, and just, like, do with it, because it's like,
yeah.
it's only how many steps will it take until, like, I'm not saying it would take control, gain sentience, but, like, change stuff politically, economically, socially. And I feel like it's happening now, and we need to be more lenient and be more cognizant of these qualms as a newborn, as they're an embryo,
Needs to
before they
be
metastasize into something
a
more
lot more new laws
malevolent.
put in.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even then they're putting in new laws because of the
Really?
Taylor Swift.
What's Taylor Swift thing?
Wasn't
Oh yeah,
there,
she
like,
was horribly put in something.
yeah, like
Oh,
AI,
the porn thing,
AI
yeah.
pornography. Yes, yeah.
That's because, yeah,
awful.
blackmail.
I
How
know.
many people do
I
that
know,
anyway?
I know.
It's because they're, like,
It's sad
sick
that
in the head.
it takes that for them to start
There
putting
should be
laws
AI
in.
laws.
Yeah.
Do you know what frightens me? Have you ever seen those things like you put a thing that, like, an AI can animate a film for you? That frightens me
Mm.
because, like,
Well, I think AI could be used in, like, I love Indiana Jones, and it was used well in the Indiana Jones film. So there can be good benefits to
I
it.
know, but, like,
But you know it's fake. But if it's used for bad things, that's
to, like, but,
the-
like,
I know.
to,
like I
like,
said, loaded gun.
take over an industry that, like, is, like, very important, but, like, doesn't
Yeah.
treat the people. Like, for example, there's a film called Abbott Elementary
No, I haven't
TV
seen
show.
it, no.
It's a very high comedy show,
Mm.
and the writer won an award for it, right?
Yeah.
Like, the writer of it, he won, like, like, what's it, like, an Emmy?
Emmy, yeah.
Yeah, he won an Emmy for it. And then a
Okay,
couple
yeah,
weeks
yeah.
later,
Oh yeah.
2 weeks later, he had a news article. You won an Emmy for, you know, big money. It's a big show. It does a lot of money for for, like, a network TV, which is on its dying days. He had $6.25 in his bank account.
Yeah.
and he
I
lives
know.
in LA, and he works for a very good TV show, and he was not paid enough because AI has taken over his job, and like, that's not fair,
Exactly. I mean,
and that's not livable.
yeah, exactly. And with the industry, especially the TV industry, you see it all the time on like major shows. If a show's
Yeah.
writing
Is bad.
starts going downhill, people will get angry at
Yeah.
it, and yet the industry doesn't see writing as that much
Yeah.
of a bit important thing.
The thing is,
pay
my
wise.
only concern is like if this might be a hot take, not too hot take, but don't worry. If we put restrictions on too many stuff, it will restrict like creativity as a whole. Like if we put restrictions on like AI or like writing or like we like kind of like fine, we need this like a checklist. It kills creativity because in the Oscars, I think they were like in the years ago they were planning like having a checklist for your film needs these things to be in a film. Like it has to have like I can't remember. It's like
what, like the early days of the Hays Code and stuff?
yeah, but like it was like more of like it needs to have this, and this, and I'm like that will kill creativity like that.
Yeah.
You can't. There needs to be like boundaries, but you can't restrict it too much. Basically, what I'm trying to say, you need rules, but rules are meant to be bent, not broken. That's how I see it. You need. Am I making sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a catch-22. I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because I want a job as well, and I want like to be able to like be creative. But these things are also like they are a good asset, and they do contribute to a sense. It's like balancing it out. Like how much of the slide are you willing to take, and that's like a moral thing. That's a thing on yourself, and I can't tell you how to think in that way.
Right.
Yes.
Enough about film.
Yes.
Let's talk about.
I
you
feel
guys
like
a
you've
bit.
dealt a lot with me today. Just
Yes.
yappy.
Right. What do your parents do, Cammy?
My
Moving on.
Yeah, sorry.
No, not you.
Yeah.
I'm saying we talk
Yeah.
a lot about film.
yes. My mum doesn't have a job, but my dad works in missiles.
What?
He works in missiles. Yes.
I thought your dad.
Are we allowed to talk about this?
defense
I thought your
missiles.
dad
right?
worked in-
Defense
I thought your dad
missiles.
worked
May
in
I add?
finance.
He does not work in
In
finance.
missiles.
He works with defense missiles.
Your dad a
Wait,
soldier?
like paperwork missiles, or like actually.
paperwork missile. What is paperwork?
No, like all the like the logistics of.
what he
like,
draws paper planes.
office.
Throws
No,
them.
no.
like he programs the software for the stuff that
What the fuck, Cammy?
launches the.
Are you serious?
I know. And if you've seen the latest James Bond, there's like a ship. You know, can I spoil the latest James Bond?
Yeah, spoiler.
Yes.
You know when James Bond gets blown to smithereens?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of
Your dad didn't
the
work.
missile things, like the boat and like the launcher thing.
Yeah.
That is like one of the things that my dad has actually worked on.
Your dad.
Is he the person that actually presses the button?
No, he doesn't press
Oh,
the.
right.
He programs it so
Right.
that the
Your
button
dad.
works.
Basically, you're trying to say your dad blew up James Bond.
My dad
Don't
did blow
mess
up
with your
James
dad.
Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
Wow.
So every time that scene comes on, he's like, look at that there, look at that missile.
How long has he done that for?
That's so
not,
cool.
Not that long actually, like a couple years now maybe.
How did he network up?
I don't.
He just saw a guy with a gun. Can I do that?
Yeah, he's always been in software engineering, and
Alright,
then
software engineering. Alright.
and then one
Oh,
day he
nice.
walks into the living room. He's like, I got a new job. I'm like, okay, it's in missiles.
How long has he done that for?
Like 2 years maybe.
That's so
far.
cool.
And then I'm like, missiles, and he's like, yeah, missiles. Like, offensive or defensive missiles? Oh, defensive. Oh.
Does he work on like
Yeah.
boats and stuff?
Has
he done?
I think he goes to like. I don't think he goes to the boats. He goes to like where they store
The warehouses.
the warehouses.
That'd
yeah,
be a good filming location.
that would be a
Rob.
good film location.
That would be a
There
very
you
good
go.
film
He
location.
actually
James Bond moving
every
in a missile
time
thing.
every
yeah.
time he goes to visit that though, he has to put his like phone in a box. He's
Really?
not allowed.
NDA
To, he's
type
not
thing.
allowed
Is
to
this
take
an
any
NDA?
photos.
Is he not allowed to talk to anything about you what he does as well? Like is he allowed to like an
well,
NDA? Is he allowed
he
to not
seems
say
to talk
this?
to me about. He seems very happy to talk to me about. I
Oh.
don't
My
know.
dad,
I don't know how happy he is to be talked about on
Yeah.
a podcast, but
No.
Yeah. Let's,
hello, you are
Hi,
now. You are now.
Bill.
You are now.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Bloody, that's
That's
amazing.
I know.
very-
Wow,
it
imagine
is-
saying that. To,
That's very
it's
interesting.
Big. It's very big.
Ironically, both my parents jobs. like
Right,
that.
what do your parents do?
My mum has done a litany of jobs. My mum at the moment is her favourite. She's a funeral director.
Just what?
Oh
Funeral
wow.
director.
All right.
So she works with dead people. She said they're good for conversations. And my dad he's retired, but he's a part-time. He was always a child psychiatrist.
A
And he's-
child
yeah,
psychiatrist.
Yeah, he's a child psychiatrist.
Wow, that's an amazing
It's
job.
a very cool job, and like I kind of lucked out because like it's weird because my dad did an academic job, but my dad's very creative. Like he sculpts and stuff, and it's weird because he, as
Oh,
younger,
getting to
he did like a creative, like he did loads of creative stuff when he was younger. He did the academic job, and I feel like I've kind of little like card in my sleeve is because he's creative and he does like medicine. I learn about so many like things to do like mental health and stuff, like illnesses which can be incorporated into film, and like types of like things that can work. Because I tell Dad's like ideas I have, and like he draws them out. Like like he drew like a thing I want to show you at some point, like what schizophrenia looks like to a person. It's like a face, it's all amalgamating and stuff, and he shows me that you should use it. Like, oh, that's cool, Dad.
But that's a good question actually. It's a question I want to ask everyone on the podcast is there, both of you, a serious issue that you think needs to be addressed and solved in the world? Cammy?
Yeah.
Is there a big issue anything that you think that needs to be addressed in the world?
That's a heavy question.
There's a lot of issues. I mean, well, I think there were a whole lot that I could say. I'd say personal to my heart would be, and obviously I don't know what it's like now because secondary school was a while ago, and primary school even further. But like being kind of bullied and singled out for being of a different race, even though
I'm sorry that happened to you, by the way. Mate.
It's all right. It's
fucked
over
up.
now.
I'm surprised. Yeah,
I
sorry.
know,
That's
it's
just
like
awful.
I know. It's like it wasn't even that bad. I didn't get nearly as bad though as some other people at my school. I'm sure. But still, people could tell, and it was like sometimes it wasn't even aggressive. It was more just like
Passive
being
aggressive.
singled out immediately.
Yeah.
And
like microaggressions.
yeah, like microaggressions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we had a whole assembly on microaggressions after the fact that I'd been
Microaggressed.
I'd have been microaggression
that's
to death at secondary school.
Oh,
but then
mate.
like
But that makes me angry because I feel that bullying has changed. It hasn't changed from there's all types of bullying, but there's like it's not like done to your face and push you up against a locker kind of bullying.
I know.
It's more like behind the scenes,
subtle now.
single you out.
I
bullying,
know,
and
yeah.
then putting hi,
I had it,
and then like
yeah.
he's a weirdo, like behind the back.
I agree to an
That's
extent
how
with that.
bullying is.
Such invisible.
And social media hasn't helped.
Oh
at
my
all.
god, yeah. The
Agree
fact that
and
people can
disagree,
hide
though.
behind screens
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
exactly.
And like,
It just makes
I
me.
hate
So
bullying.
I think that's
I
my
know.
big thing is to stop that.
But
But what would you say, Rob?
I would say it's three key things. But I was bullied as well. Like,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
quite because it links to it because I want to like make the point like autism. I've got autism and ADHD. It's just so badly represented, and I've always had this fear of telling people I'm autistic because immediately it puts a target on my back.
Right,
Like the people like autism, like Sheldon Cooper, autistic savant. It's like it's never like because no one ever knows it's on a spectrum, and I'm quite high functional autistic. And everyone goes, "Oh, Sheldon Cooper" and stuff. I'm like, that hurts my feelings.
yeah.
And I feel like when I was in school, I was badly bullied because I'm autistic. I got assaulted. I got actually physically attacked because of it.
Oh,
and,
I'm
like,
sorry.
I didn't leave my house for a year. It was that bad? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rob.
And it's alright. It's happened now. But I'm like thinking like I want to try and
I
check.
think that's why I think people need to know it more.
Yeah.
It's because I had dyslexia and dyspraxia.
Yeah.
I was put into, and my brother and I understood autism from a very young age
Yeah.
because we were put. I don't have autism, but we were put into a classroom on the side with people with different. It felt a bit like an X-Men. You're
Yeah.
put in with different
Yeah.
people with different
Can't say that.
Yeah.
No, with good,
Yeah.
with good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you understand.
yeah,
so
that's
from
funny.
early
I'm
because
an
we were put
X-Man.
into like this language department bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my brother and I put in because dyslexic, and we were put in with other people with different, different needs.
Yeah.
And then we moved back to the other class. They would single us out. Even
Yeah.
some teachers would a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
teachers
well,
And
no,
because
no,
they
would.
would
It-
think we were the weird class,
It was.
and it makes me angry.
It was
Yeah.
horrible.
And I think people from a young age should
Yeah.
understand.
No, it was horrible.
I
and should be
know.
educated on people who are different, who
biggest-
is different.
Exactly.
One
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
my biggest.
To make it seem
one of my
normal,
big-
which
one
it is
this
normal.
sounds really
Completely, yeah.
warped. When I went to foundation, I was like, my first thing I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna tell anyone I'm autistic.
Right,
Because
yeah.
like it puts a target on my back, and it's always like the butt of the joke. And I was like, and then my worst. This is like one of the things I was harried to when I told my mate, like one of my really good mates, who's like I was autistic, so I was like comfortable with him and all that, and like didn't mean to do it, but he slipped it out in front of a group of people,
Yeah.
and my heart literally just like, and I hate talking about it now because I feel like I can't escape it. It's part of
Yeah.
me forever. I have to live with it. It's like hard to deal with, like except so like it's not fair. Like I
Yeah.
don't find because I find it hard. I struggle like day to day, and I just want to I just want to be like have the same issues as everyone else and be equal as everyone else. But I always feel like I'm running a race while people are driving cars. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I just want to. It always just like sticks to me. It's like it's just heavy all the time. I just don't know how. It's like hard to always like explain how I feel in that sense.
I just
very good way.
Yeah.
of
I
putting
don't
it, though.
understand in
Yeah.
this day and age, and social media hasn't helped.
And people
know.
don't
it just makes
understand.
me so
No,
annoyed.
I think people don't understand. I think people are trying to be more open. I think that it's just the wrong representation. Because they put like the undateables, which I've. That's the-
Yeah, what that
people always say-
program really
people should
annoyed
say
me.
to me, I
That
should go-
title as well.
people
though.
should
Like,
say.
what
People
the-
should
How
say.
does that get
People have said to me
commissions?
before I should go on the undateables, and I'm like, as a joke, I'm like, that's so insult. Because like, they don't. They people do not see it's a spectrum. I'm high function autistic,
Right.
so I struggle like with like. I get overwhelmed sometimes. And I
Yeah,
struggle
yeah,
with
same.
social communication. I've trained myself to get better at it, but like, people just see me as like, oh, he's just a dumb autistic. People have, it's got me through like, I've isolated me through loads of stuff,
Yeah.
through things, and like I have an issue with, I've trust issues with people sometimes because when I was in my young years, my developing years, people isolated me. I wasn't
Yeah,
invited
right.
to parties and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't go to a party till I was 17 years old. People didn't talk to me, and like in school. That's the weirdest. That is the loneliest feeling on the planet.
Yeah.
Being lonely is not being by yourself. Being lonely is being in a room full of people who just willingly will not talk to you and avoid you like the plague.
People need to be educated.
They do.
People need to be different. Whatever
Yeah.
needs to be educated.
It's just cruelty. That's
I
the
know,
thing.
and I don't think. I really don't think social media helps.
Social media
I
doesn't
know,
help.
There's so
at
much,
all.
so many harmful representations of such like a
Anyway, look. Yeah,
it's
little
cruel.
slice. of,
Anyway,
like, the
moving
whole
on. We can get
spectrum.
this
Yeah.
for hours.
Fuck
but
bullying.
yeah. But listen, Rob.
Fuck you guys.
But listen,
Yeah.
I
That's why I
whoever
talk-
you are, I just
yeah.
don't care.
That's why I probably
Yeah.
talk
I just,
about
whoever
nowadays.
you are, who you are, I don't care.
Because honestly, that's how I'm probably talking about nowadays, Matt. Because like when I was younger, I didn't talk a lot because I felt so small and so like pushed away. And I know I yap a lot now, but it's because like I kind of need to make my presence known.
Yeah.
Because I feel like what I say sometimes is important. And
Yeah.
I've had so many people be like, shoot me down and like slag me off, and I feel like I can never. That's why I get defensive sometimes. I can never let anyone talk to me like that again.
Yeah.
And because
Yeah.
my mum is
Yeah.
very helpful in that sense. She
I think
protect me.
labels need to be cut off.
knows
Yeah.
to cut off.
Labels
Yeah.
need to be cut off.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's nightmare for you
Yeah.
editing though. We're just talking though.
um,
It's fluent Japanese today.
what is Japanese?
It's like I talk.
That's the Rob language. Is it?
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Japanese.
I mean, I'm the
You can say that.
I'm the Waffle House of talking.
Yeah, you'd probably need your own podcast.
I'd be a very
Yeah,
good
oh,
MP.
you would.
I'd be a very
you'd
good
be
MP with all
good
this
MP,
talking.
yeah.
This is a sofa, not a green sofa
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
Parliament.
The honourable gentleman.
Right,
Sorry for
so
editing
right,
me.
last bits of questions, quick
Yep.
fire questions.
Yep.
So, favourite film, both of you, Cammy first. Favourite film,
Point-
Cammy first.
so he gets carry talk. Sorry.
Yeah, favourite film,
Favourite
Cammy
film?
of 2023.
I will have to say Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese.
Oh.
Right, Rob.
I'm gonna say Talk to Me because I just love Talk to Me. I would, however, Kids of the Flower Moon. It's hard because I like Kids of the Flower Moon. That's the one I connected with Camera. We went together to see it.
Yeah.
And that's a memory.
That's
But
very.
I'm
good.
gonna try and
Very
divide.
good time.
I'm gonna say Talk to Me. My favorite film in 2023. Talk
Right.
to Me.
Okay, favourite TV series of all time.
Oh, that's hard.
It's a tie.
Okay,
It's between Succession
right. I need to see that.
and
Yes.
and Better Call Saul.
Right, I need to see that as
Mm.
well. Have you got Succession on DVD?
I don't. I'm
That,
afraid.
by the
I have
way,
a session on DVD.
Cammy gave me some Blu-rays. I need to return them.
Yes, that's
Uh,
all right.
right.
I have a tie as well, if that's okay.
Huh?
Can I have a tie as well?
Yeah.
Mine is either The League of Gentlemen.
Right.
No, actually, no, scrap. No, Inside Number 9. Sorry.
Alright.
Right.
Into
Is that
the-
with Toby? No.
It's people from League of Gentlemen bar Mark Gatiss.
Oh, right,
it's
yeah, Mark
Inside Number
Gatiss.
9. And then I'm probably gonna say. In my opinion, Criminal. Criminal's one of my favorites. Criminal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Watch it, Cam. I've sent you.
Yeah,
it.
it's good
a
episode.
You would like it, Matt.
Yeah.
Favorite film?
The Apartment.
What? I thought it was After Sun.
It is a type. It's a.
I saw Our Son 3
Yeah,
days ago. It was
yes.
great.
What?
Yeah,
You like
love
it?
that,
Yes, it's
You
brilliant.
little-
But it's actually, I'd
you
say,
U-turned.
no. It's like a big tie. It's like The Apartment, After Sun, Ratatouille.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Trade
Ratatouille,
Ratatouille.
yeah.
Mine's just straight. Mine's Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz.
Hot
No,
Fuzz,
no,
yeah.
no, no,
Yeah.
arguing with that.
Favorite filmmaker?
That's harder.
Akira Kurosawa.
Huh?
Akira
I
Kurosawa,
don't know who that is.
Japanese director.
Alright.
A lot of samurai films, but his modern films are very good as well.
Favorite filmmaker.
I have a controversial one, but I'm going to say the safe. I've got two. One's controversial, one's not.
All right.
My
Cool.
favourite filmmaker is probably... Oh, my brain's going, sorry.
Mm.
Edgar Wright. I love it
Right.
because I like his stuff.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
favourite filmmaker because of dialogue sense and stuff probably is Woody Allen. Which I know
Right,
is
yeah,
fucked
yeah,
because
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't agree
You
with
have
him.
to listen. You have to separate the art from the artist,
I don't agree with
and
him
they should stop making films now.
I don't agree
but
with
you
him
should
as a
learn.
person,
Yeah.
but like the way he writes dialogue and the way he tells stories to me has always been like very good.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
beyond,
Mm.
it's like there's good dialogue and then there's Woody Allen dialogue. It's like
Yeah.
clever, it's nuanced, it's
Yeah.
intriguing, it's different. It's like, yeah,
Favorite song you listen to forever.
Probably Talking Heads, live version of "This Must Be the Place."
Talking Heads, is that a band?
Yeah, Talking Heads. Yeah.
I never heard. Sorry, I was born under a rock. Favorite song you listen to forever.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder. I will say Stevie Wonder Superstition. I know it's basic.
Ooh,
Actually,
I'd
no,
say
Steve,
Once
no,
in
Steve,
My Life.
Stevie Wonder. Actually, I changed
Mm.
my mind. Stevie Wonder. He's Mr. Know-It-All.
Right.
That's my favourite one.
Just want to say.
I love Stevie Wonder.
Just want to brag. I've actually seen Stevie Wonder live. Once in My Life is my favourite Stevie Wonder.
Do you like Stevie Wonder?
I love Stevie Wonder.
I didn't know that about you.
He saw him live.
No, I love him. I saw him live.
Put it here. I love Stevie Wonder. Favourite
What?
musician.
Yeah.
My favourite musician of all time.
I wouldn't say Once in My Life is probably my favourite. Right.
That's a good one.
Moving on. Cammy, if you
Yes.
could be a person for a day, who would it be?
Paul Mescal.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say so.
From
Right.
After Sun.
Yeah, from After Sun. Yeah,
Why?
he's just quite an interesting person. I
It's
think
very good.
he's very very good. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, be on the projects that he acts in.
Right. Rob, same question. Who would you be for a day?
David Attenborough.
Nice.
David Attenborough. I mean, it's kind of.
Ah.
I have to be.
Yeah.
He's like iconic. I want to know what he gets up to.
Childhood celebrity crush.
Childhood celebrity crush. It was not Scooby Doo.
Scooby.
Was that yours?
It's not mine.
Sorry, is that
it's
yours?
not.
Sorry.
It's not mine. Okay, that backfired on me.
Scooby-Doo.
Probably.
No, just say it. Say it. Say it to the camera.
I'm trying to think.
Say it directly.
You could say Isla.
Say it right on that camera.
Isla's a celebrity.
Yeah, you know.
Don't say I. You can't say that's cheating.
Okay, yeah, it's cheating. Not. She's my crush now,
Look
but
at the camera. Say it.
I would. The only person I could, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yes.
Just a bit.
You know Sam Sparks from Cloudy with a Chance of
Sam,
Meatballs.
what the?
Anna Faris.
The reporter.
Anna Faris. Or the reporter.
That's the only one I could think of.
The cartoon character.
So you do like Cloudy Chats Meatballs?
The first one, yeah.
Listen, if you Google Eddie Redmayne on the Graham Norton show, he had a crush on the
Yeah.
Nala from
Yeah.
Lion King. So
Ye-
you're not alone
that's
in
fair,
cartoon
actually, that's
characters.
fair.
That was an animal.
That was an animal.
Okay, Rob, your turn.
Me, it was the meat. I'm joking. I was gonna say the meatballs. No, mine was. I've always had a crush on Aubrey Plaza.
Who's that?
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey.
Aubrey.
Who's that?
Aubrey Plaza. Have you seen Parks and Recreation?
No, I haven't. Oh, she's in Parks and Rec.
Yeah, she's very alluring.
Secret talent. Something. Hey, secret talent, or someone doesn't know anything about you.
My thumbs can bend like this.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Show
I
it to the
know.
camera.
That's not. I can
My
do
thumbs
that.
can bend like that. Yeah, I mean, okay, Rob's. I don't know. I never thought I had a
You
secret.
could do good. You're very good at accents.
Actually, yes, I'm
He's
alright.
very
at
good at
You
accents.
could be a sound person.
Do,
I-
do some accents. Go on.
I can do a Scottish accent for you if you want.
I'll tell you about my
I-
thumbs. I don't know if the camera
Yeah.
can see, but my thumbs both have dents in them,
Oh.
and that's on two different occasions where I slammed my thumb in the car door on two different occasions.
Really?
So now my thumbnails are. Oh, can you see that?
Yeah.
And my thumbnails are.
So you wanted to just get them even.
Yeah.
You did one. You thought.
Yeah. No, it was. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Symmetrical.
Yeah.
What about you, Rob?
That's always that's a curveball question. Because I don't think I'm like talented. I can yap a lot, but
Yep.
I think my secret talent is I'm quite hypermobile in my knees and in my feet, so I can like sit in precarious positions.
You're doing it
like-
now, yeah.
No, I can do it. I can like sit like this. I can duck walk as well, very well.
Don't walk.
Yeah, I'm very good at duck walking.
What is something you need to throw out?
I've thrown out the bins recently. I've got bread on the kitchen counter in West Downs that I've left for like. It's been like a week since I've it it was past its date a long time ago.
Right.
I've left it a week.
That's
it's on
what
the
my mum.
counter
Yeah,
right now.
that's what my mum does when she comes back to my uni house. She
Yeah.
goes, oh, this is lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to what that bread's looking like.
Ah.
Yeah,
So bread.
the bread.
Okay. Rob, what's your thing that you should be throwing out?
I would say have a lot of clothing. Which I'm trying
Your
to
clothing's interesting. Your
I,
fashion.
I like being fashionable. I like being like seen. I'm just very arrogant, mate. Very narcissistic. But like I like it's just too much stuff, and I feel like I need to cut down a bit more. It's not good for the planet, and it's not good. It's not good for like anything really. It's like not
Right.
worth
What keeps
it.
you up at night, Cammy?
I currently have a Christmas vlog to edit.
A Christmas vlog?
I borrowed Isla's camcorder and I went to my friends in Burma for a Christmas party, and I was tasked with making a little home video about it.
That's adorable.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that why I had the camcorder?
It's very adorable. It's painful though. It's very painful though because
That's why it
I'm about 5 minutes and I've only just gotten to the dinner table.
How long does it have to be?
It's probably gonna end up being somewhere around 10
2
minutes, I'd say. I have a 20-minute long clip to edit down. A 20-minute long take to edit.
Wow.
Mainly at the moment, I don't want to be like too like depressing and stuff. Like, fear. I'm an introvert extrovert. I'm very confident, but at the same time, I'm incredibly nervous. And I feel like lately,
Same. Yeah.
I feel like lately I've been tested a lot, and I feel like I'm a bit fragile at the moment. It keeps me up at night. I get very paranoid. And like that keeps me like really stressed. Like I overthink stuff.
That's same.
And it
That's a
hurt,
very
and
normal
Yeah,
thing.
no, I
Yeah.
don't think stuff.
And like
plenty.
it gets. I feel like it gets heightened because like who I am and like it's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
That's a very normal one. Yeah, I
thank
can
you.
understand
Thank
that.
you for that.
Right. Window or aisle? Window or aisle?
On a plane?
Yeah.
Window.
Has to be window.
Right.
Well,
No.
well, actually, no,
No.
because I always need the toilet, so I might actually. And my dad always picks the aisle seat because he has bloody long
but
legs.
My argument is.
and I always want the aisle seat.
my
He's like, no,
argument is
I want the aisle.
you get to
Change
the-
the answer.
no,
I want
right,
aisle.
aisle
you
and
get-
window.
No,
Okay.
that's not fair because you get to look outside the window. You get to see stuff. Because I know my knees get quite cramped, but I love looking out. It's so fun.
Yeah. Same. I
Oh,
always seem to
Rob.
get the window with the wing in it. Always.
Yes, I always
every single
yes,
time.
we always
or
get
worse,
that, yeah.
Or worse, in the back of it, so you get the turbo, and you get
Yeah,
smoke in your
yeah,
face.
Yeah, but like with the window, it's good for like 20 minutes, and then you
No,
just,
it's not,
it's
because
all
you get-
white. It's
no,
all
then
white
you
after
get to see
that.
like mountains. When I flew over America, it's America. I got to see the mountains. That is cool.
Yeah.
If you sit in the middle, you
Alright.
sit between two people. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is agony. If you sit by the window, you just get to put your headphones in, watch a film, look outside.
Do you know why they always ask to put the windows up every time they take off?
Why is
Why?
Is that they want the people, just in case if the plane's on fire, they want the people to see it if the plane's on fire. So that's why it always asks to leave the windows up.
Oh,
Is that interesting?
That's a lovely
Yeah,
fact.
I did.
That's nice.
Cats or dogs? Cammy?
Dogs.
Dogs?
Dogs.
I'd say cats. If you time travelled, it's a good film, Cats and Dogs, actually.
It is.
If you
Yeah.
travelled,
Kick galore. Kick galore.
if you travelled in time, where would you go, Cammy?
I would go 1950s, I think. 1950s. Because I'd like to see what the cinema experience was like in the 50s, like Hollywood in the 1950s. That'd
Yeah.
be very nice.
That's
I
a
think.
good one.
Okay.
It's very
that's cool.
glitzy, very glamorous.
Rob.
Mine is a bit different. I would like to go into the early 1900s to see Important to Be in Earnest. Was my favourite player ever, Oscar Wilde.
Right.
And I like to have met
Mm.
Oscar Wilde because
Right.
You're
I
an Oscar
think
Wilde fan.
he is. I love him so much. He was so beyond his time.
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
like he's a character, and I would love to have like met him and actually seen him
Yeah.
because that's special.
Favourite word, Cammy?
This big question, Matt. It's a very big question.
It's all
Favorite
tense.
word? You see, Matt, there are a lot of words. I can tell you my favorite name
Favourite name?
is
What's the word,
is
Teddy?
Oswald.
That is a good. Yeah.
Oswald, and I like the word scrumdiddlyumptious.
That you say it to me all the time. Yeah.
I say the word. I say
Yeah.
the word scrumdiddlyumptious
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Is that Shishi Bang Bang or is it
I think it's Charlie. Is it
Charlie and the Chocolate
Chocolate
Factory?
Factory?
favourite word, Rob?
I like ultra capitarian.
what
That's
the
a good.
hell is that?
It's like
is
someone
that?
does like a lot, but not. They do everything, but not to a good standard. However, the thing about I like rhyming stuff because I find it funny.
Guilty pleasure. Cammy.
Guilty pleasure. Ooh, power washing.
Power washing.
Power what?
Like doing power washing. You get like like high pressurized water.
Oh, do you do that?
And if your like patio's a bit dirty, and you just
Oh, right. I thought you meant like a washing machine.
No.
Oh,
no.
right.
I will gladly get the power washer out, even if it's like at any time. I'll be in the mood for power washing, and I watch power washing videos.
Are you actually serious?
I watch them all the time.
Wow.
That's
Genuinely.
That should have been your secret
Yeah,
thing you didn't know about.
I love the power wash.
I love power washing.
Guilty pleasure, Rob.
Spot popping videos. I
What?
love them.
I
Spot
like
what?
those as
Spot
well.
popping videos.
What's spot popping?
Like, you see people
Like
pop
blackhead
spot.
removal.
I love it.
Moving on.
I
Moving on.
no, I love it. It's great.
No, moving on.
Dr.
Favorite
Pimple
superhero,
Popper.
Cammy?
Yeah.
Favorite superhero, Spider-Man.
Oh, that's such a that's a hard question for me. Favorite superhero is.
And why is it Spider-Man?
It's not Spider. I would say Nightcrawler. X-Men.
I love X-Men.
Nightcrawler's my favorite character. Who's your
Ooh.
favorite X-Men? I'm interested.
Oh, Wolverine, definitely.
Wolverine.
I'm
No.
so excited for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes. Do you know Daniel Radcliffe's in it?
Is
Apparently.
he?
Is he?
Yeah, because they had a thing because.
Because he was a rumored
Do
to
you,
be a
do,
Wolverine.
no, do you know the guy in the have you seen the trailer for it?
Yeah.
Do you know the guy in the white shirt in the white suit?
Yeah, they could
that's,
be him.
That's Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh.
There's a reason I haven't seen Hugh Jackman's
right.
face.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I hope they do it X-Men original, not like a multiverse. Anyway, we can get on that. Anyway.
Yeah.
DC or Marvel? Cammy?
Film or like as general?
No,
Like,
general, film, DC or Marvel?
I love Spider-Man, but I will actually have to say DC.
DC or Marvel?
it's the same thing. The Marvel films, DC got the better characters, like Batman. Better heroes, in my opinion. DC have, so I would say DC.
Photos or videos?
I take more photos.
Photos or videos?
I think photos are more encapsulate the memory than the videos, so I say photos. It's
Well,
because
videos, you can stop them,
Do you
screenshot
know what's
them.
weird as well? We both and you can trick.
blurry.
And the thing as well, we both. This is a weird one. We don't say photos. We're in a video-based course.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
I'd say videos.
Why?
Yeah. You're always with your phone. Yeah,
Like
you're
moving
always like.
pictures,
yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite camera? Cammy.
Oh,
Cammy's favorite
probably.
camera.
Camera the camera.
It would have to be probably either Isla's camcorder, which is
Camera cam.
which is an Vario, so a
Don't get it right.
GVC Vario, or my instant camera, which is an Instax SQ1, I think.
That's a cute one. I've got the photo of
so-
that.
yes,
I have
yes,
a
like
photo
a
of
little
him
instant
when we went out
camera.
together in Southampton.
Yeah.
I have it like framed.
It's orange.
Is you all the same answer?
No, mine's sorry. I like either the Super 8
Right.
or like I
Ooh.
have a big love for old vintage cameras. So I either say one of the first cameras ever made, like the old. I don't know. I'm not very tech savvy. Sorry, but like like the one who did that, or like the old VHS cameras, because it's like you
VHS camera's
can't-
cool.
you can't make nostalgia and you can't like get that feeling.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
and I thought
That's
they have
exactly right.
like
yeah.
cameras like everyone goes, oh, cameras like good quality, good thing, it has this, that, and that.
Yeah,
Those cameras, even though they have a shit quality, they have a feeling to it,
exactly.
and you cannot make that.
exactly.
Power,
Well, yes.
nice
And
soundbite.
to add on to that real quick, just like the fact that I went to secondary school, had like an iPhone 4, and I recorded videos on that of like us walking home at school.
yeah.
The fact that I have videos that I took when I was like way younger, that is in like 720p and like very like crystal clear, is freaky.
yeah.
It's freaky to
Right.
look at yourself in the past in such like
Yeah,
clarity.
yeah.
Did you ever
like-
have those? It's around. Do you ever have it's like those in school? You had those cameras like look like a phone, and you press it's like that. They're like
No.
phone shape. You never had them.
No.
They're like cam.
I had Tamagotchis, Rob. I
They
did.
were called comcams. They're like these little tiny things
No.
like this big, and they had to film school with them like that.
No.
Am I talking like dribble?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're talking gibberish.
Cut off
right,
an ear, do it.
last quick fire question. Who would you
Mhm.
like to see on the podcast next? It could be anyone, fictional,
Okay.
non-fictional,
Well, anyway, okay.
or anyone we know, anyone.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say people we know. I think it's be easy.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
we know. Obviously you've got Isla lined up soon. haven't
Yes,
you?
I do, yeah,
that's
in
going to
2
be
weeks'
very
time.
exciting. That's going to be a
Be
great one.
interesting,
That's going to be a
yeah.
great one. I'd say Rob Ferren. You got to get Rob.
Yeah, you
Ferren
gotta
on
get
here.
Rob. Get
You should
Rob.
get Jimmer, maybe. Try and get
Yeah,
Jimmer.
Jimmer, yeah.
He probably has some stories from the
Yeah,
Loans counter.
yeah.
Who else? I think maybe you've met some other first years on the like Bournemouth trip, didn't you?
Yeah. Who was it?
Joel would be
Hey-
good.
You met
Haley?
like Hallie. Yeah,
Hallie,
you met
yeah.
Hallie.
Joel.
Yeah, they're all great to
Yeah,
talk to.
they're nice, very
yeah,
nice
you-
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should reach out there.
Yeah.
I'm sure
What
they
about you, Rob?
Okay, I think the production side of Poor. So Kirsten, Jake, Liv.
Yeah, the music,
Me
the
again.
production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it sounds a bit nice. You should get Cam again.
Yeah.
You should get me.
Thank
I like.
you.
If you want,
Thank
I'd
you.
love to be on it again if you would let me.
Yeah, sure.
And I
We'll do different episodes.
different
We'll do a
episode.
Rob single
Yeah.
episode.
You wanna
and a
shake
Tammy
on it?
single- Yeah.
Yes.
We'll do a Rob single episode.
Yeah.
and a
I
Tammy
think,
single
Thank
in
you.
my
Can we shake
opinion,
on that one
yeah,
as well?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
fine.
think you should get Elena.
Yes.
I
yeah,
think
good
Elena,
one.
I
yes.
think
Very
important.
good,
You
yeah.
should get. You should get Charlie Gibson.
Yep.
Charlie
Yeah,
Gibson.
Charlie Gibson would
You
be
should
good.
get Joel Whitlock. One person I think you should definitely get a fight. Vass Evangelou.
Yep.
You should
Yes,
get
Vass
Vass.
would be
Yeah.
great.
Vass is great.
We love
but I
Vass.
say roughly
I thought you were gonna say Paul.
Paul Carter. I say Paul
Paul
Carter.
Carter, yeah.
The production side, so the music people.
Yep.
Individuals, a group don't care. Cam again individually, me individually. I love
Thank
because I
you.
love to again. Love to help you.
Yeah,
support
well,
you.
definitely. We'll
And
have to do
then mainly Charlie, Joel, Vass definitely.
Yeah.
You should definitely get Vass. Vass, if you ask, do it.
You
Point
should
with
do
me,
it.
Cam.
Is
Do
there
it.
is there any shout outs you want to shout out to people as thank yous or it's a
I-
mutual friend segment?
I would like to thank my beloved Isla Brewer for a lovely Valentine's Day yesterday. That was lovely.
Aw.
I'm glad that I can say this
Well,
into,
you
into,
single.
into an immortalised
Yes.
thing.
Same.
I'd like to thank Isla Brewer as
Yes,
well. for
yes.
a
I like to
Valentine's
thank
Day.
Isla Brewer as well for
Yes.
frightening me. And
I would like to thank Matt Kirby, of course,
Yeah.
for being a
Oh,
fantastic host and dealing with everything
I'll pay
extraordinarily
you later.
well.
Thank you.
Extraordinarily.
yeah.
And for my
Oh.
delightful co-guest,
thank you.
Rob.
Yeah.
That's your name, right?
Yeah.
Rob F.W. Griffiths, yeah.
Where can people find you? So how can people
Oh,
find
can I
you?
shout someone as well?
All right. Oh, sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, yeah,
That's
cool.
all right. No, I've talked a lot, so it's fine. I'd like to thank, obviously, Cammy.
Thank you.
Cammy's one of
Thank
my,
you
my,
very
my
much.
I would say, even though I've met him for a short time, he's one of my closest.
I'd say
Probably
so
one
as
of my
well.
best friends.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, no, fuck it, you are my
Aw.
best friend.
Oh.
And I love you very much. No, briefly, how are you? Shout out to Matt for dealing with
Thank you.
me.
Yeah.
Apologies for editing
No,
this.
Rob. No,
I
love you,
really
man.
love you and I really respect
I
you.
love you both. Love you both.
Love you
Um,
too, Matt.
I'm gonna shout out my parents because my parents, Uncle here is
Yes,
praise.
my parents as well.
And just like shout out my mates Kirsten, Jake Hollett,
Thank you,
Kirsten,
Kaz.
Jake Liv,
Thank
Johnny,
you, Bill.
Johnny Steele, I love you. Shout out that. Shout out everyone for the first year. Shout out Rob.
Yeah,
But no, mainly
entire-
shout out you for doing this because this is like
Yes.
Oh, right,
it is an
yeah.
incredible thing you do.
Oh, yeah, it's an
because
amazing
End of the
thing.
day, everyone's like saying like, "Oh, make it." You've made something.
Exactly.
People, some
Right.
people never make anything and they criticize. You did something, and you need to like. I know you need to acknowledge that you've made something. I'm very proud of you for that, and you
Oh,
should
that's
be proud
really
of that.
sweet.
And I'm very proud of you,
Especially,
mate.
yes,
Yeah.
especially since you are now on episode 2. To make one episode is
Yeah.
one thing.
Yeah, yeah,
to,
yeah.
to continue it,
Yeah.
that's an
I-
amazing.
Oh, thank you
sign
very much. I
already.
don't take.
Can you be
I,
episode 12 and I be episode 14?
However, Matt, as this is very early days, I noticed that the table is quite
Bear.
bare. So I brought you.
oh, this is what have you
I
got?
brought,
Yes.
I
me?
brought you a little trinket in my lovely packaging.
Open, give it.
I'm
used
scared.
used
What is
sock.
it?
Oh God. On
I'm
your
scared.
It's for the table.
Can I
the
have it
table.
under? Don't stop shaking it.
I'm
It's so.
alright.
Do you want me to,
I'm very
should I
scared.
move it like
It's
a
alright.
cow?
Don't be scared, Matt.
I'm
I
put-
just
I'm
I
putting my hand in-
noticed.
I'm putting my hand in.
I just think
Oh
that
my God!
you're gonna need some things to spice it up, and I just want to leave my mark here. So I got you a little
What on earth?
a
Oh,
little
wow.
fox.
I didn't get you anything.
What is that?
Succulent
Okay.
thing.
Some sort of.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
can I- for the-
sweet.
Matt, can I make a
Yes.
deal? Matt, can I make a deal with you, mate?
Yes.
If you have me back on the podcast, I'll bring you a gift in.
All right.
Because
Okay.
I know what I want to bring you in. It'd be a nice gift, I
All
promise.
right, all
Now
right.
you got to promise to bring me back.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. I'm gonna have that on
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
That's nice,
You can keep
Nice.
that for the set.
Yeah, I'm gonna see.
You should do a rule. Everyone who comes on now
Yeah.
should give, bring someone in.
That's all right.
I'll bring you something
Thank
next.
you for having
I'll
me.
bring you something in next time. I promise. If you let me on.
Having me.
Where do people Where can people find you?
You can find me on
In my house.
you can you can find me in the MMC a lot.
Yep.
You
Same
can,
here.
you can find me. Come up to me, please.
Same here.
But if
I'll-
I look like I'm just doing nothing, staring at a
we
screen,
need,
please
we need,
please
we need
come up to me.
experience.
Come
help.
up to
help.
me.
You don't have
Please.
the socials yet. You're
We
not
do.
doing
I
the
not
corporate
not
video.
official, so you
can
can
follow me. What can you get me phone? So I know what
you
the name is.
you can follow me on. You remember it? It's just type in Rob Griffiths.
No, it's
you'll be able-
just underscore.
Oh yeah,
Rob,
just Robo3 or
and then
something.
look at that at some point. I'm gonna put like I'm thinking. I've got two options for film names. It's
Right.
not another film production
Right.
or Rob makes bad films.
Oh,
Actually, my
that's a good
production
one.
company was really called. I was thinking of calling it Don't Tell Rob Productions.
What
like
does
Rob Ferret.
what does CT stand for?
Yeah, what is it?
CT stands for. So when I was at college, there was a name called CT1.
Oh yeah,
and
you told me.
We
Yeah.
called it. I called it CT1 Productions.
Oh.
And then when we did our next film, I said, "Oh, let's change let's call it CTB," which was so the room was CT1,
Yeah.
CTB was the room,
Mhm.
and then when I made my own film, I thought, well, we got numbers, letters, or let's do symbols. So went CT plus, and that was like the universe. So you got the room.
Yeah.
So you got the room, building, universe. So I just stuck with the name. Really, that's what it means. I don't know what it actually
Nice.
means. CT something. I
CT,
don't know.
yeah. Well,
I don't know. Well, there you go.
Cybrid.
What are you quickly? What are you working on at the moment? What's your next project, Cami?
currently working on my producing drama
It's gonna be sick.
with Charlie Gibson, Milena, and Joel.
What's the name of it?
It's called Wish You Were Here. It's called
Oh,
Wish
lovely
You Were Here.
Joel. Lovely
Yes,
Joel.
yes,
Lovely
yes.
Have I met Milena?
I don't know. if
You
have
should,
met
she's
Milena.
great.
She's
She's-
great.
she's
She's,
very good.
fantastic.
Pizza?
No.
No,
But
that's
that was
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
That's Charlotte.
Also, actually, no. I haven't started. Shout out Zaina.
Yeah,
we
shout out
haven't
to
said
Zaina.
Zaina is very talented. Get Zaina on the podcast.
Zaina would be great on the
Was she on
podcast.
People Pizza?
No.
No, but she is.
Zaina's a very unique talent,
Oh, okay.
She's
Oh,
incredible.
and she needs
Yeah.
to be seen more because she's
Absolutely.
known the thing, but
Absolutely.
her voice needs to be heard because I think she's so talented and she's so brilliant. And I have nothing but respect for her, and I feel like she will do well. There's people you will do well. You will do well.
you.
Zaina will do
Thank
well.
you. You're gonna do very well.
Thank you.
But so what was the name of the
Pardon
film?
me.
It's called Wish You Were Here.
Was you here? And what are you working on, Rob?
At the moment, I'm hopefully finishing. I'm just trying to get dates for it. Look at the group chat, boys. People Pizza. I want
Right.
to get that done soon.
Yes.
Producing drama. A thing called Master the Courage. And then I'm planning on. This is a bit ambitious, but I'm planning on doing 2 documentaries. One you helped me for Julio's.
2
Nice.
documentaries.
2 documentaries.
Ah.
One for something else, which I'm gonna do my tattoo artist, and I'm gonna do something else. So
You heard it here first,
Yeah.
folks.
I wanna-
Well, the
next
last
time.
thing to do now
Yes.
is to sign
any projects for you? Matt?
here.
Yeah.
Any project from me.
Inspector Kirby.
Is there any small print hidden in
Inspector
this
Kirby.
in this notebook?
Oh,
Huh?
we're sued.
We're signing away our
No,
life,
just put it,
We're
put
signing-
it down here.
our life privileges.
Ready?
Oh yeah,
going
we need to talk
away.
about Inspector Kirby's coming out soon, which
Yeah.
is a line.
Inspector Kirby, exactly.
I have Brewer
Cameras
thing,
on.
which is coming out soon.
Yes, but you can talk directly to the director on that.
I will.
Yes.
That, yeah.
Let's do 2. So let's put your name in there.
What have you done
I put Robin and
It's like having my children on a podcast.
It's a love
All right, we've got to write episode 2, Rob.
Yeah, okay, you're at episode 2. You get the person who can't write to write.
Right, as you sign that,
Yeah.
I'm going to sign off
sign
and
for me,
say thank you very much for listening
camera
to the
rolling,
podcast.
things, right.
Thank you very much for listening. If you want to be part of the podcast,
That's right here as
let
well.
me know. See if I can fit you in. I need to do more. I need to plan more. And then there's other stuff I've got to do. So hopefully I can fit you in. Find me
You're
at
right here as
CT
well, mate.
Plus Productions. So yeah, and also I would like to end every episode with like a catchphrase. I like to end the episode with Harrison Ford. I want you to be on the podcast.
I
want
was going to
Harrison
say
Ford.
Harrison Ford
Yeah.
should be on the
Get
podcast.
Harrison
I want
on the
Harrison Ford
podcast.
on the podcast. I want
Alright.
this somehow
You need
to
to
get
get you need to
Harrison.
get Ryan Gosling and then
Yeah.
get Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Yes.
So but Harrison Ford is my hero. I want Harrison Ford on the podcast. And
Message
yeah,
him.
thank you for listening, and thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you. I'm sorry if I yap too much. I really
That's
appreciate.
fine,
I
that's
just.
fine.
I
Thank
want the best
you.
for
Thank you very much,
But
Matt.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Cheers.
Should
for
we put the
watching.
camera wave
Episode
cam?
2.
Stay
Bye.
chatting. Stay
Bye.
chatting.
Still
Bye.
chatting. Still chatting.
Keep
Let us
chatting.
out. Let us free.
That's it.
That's it.
Yay.
Oh, thank you so much,
Matt, thank you.